following story may feel familiar. It will likely not end happily. The people described will likely suffer in their desperation, but they will all be important before the end. Welcome back to the dark future.
Welcome back to NC Market Watch. While most sectors are down, there is one that seems to have been largely unaffected by the recent market downturn: cybernetics. Today, we focus on market leader Rocklin Augmentics. Today, on the company's garden patch, they announced Project Neuron, which CEO Jacinda Hidalgo describes as, quote, the next step in human evolution. Details are still scarce on the full scope of the project, but the company press release describes it as the next generation of cybernetics and human-machine interfaces, leaning into lessons the company has learned from the recent launch of the optic implant sharing its name. While critics of Rocklin state that having such an undue influence in the market in recent years could negatively impact the development of other innovations within the space, it is indisputable that in the face of market correction, Rocklin has been among a scant few companies to walk unscathed due to their position in supplying medical-grade cyberware to the people that need it most. That's all for NC Market Watch. See you tomorrow, Night City.
Oh boy, everybody. Hello, it is me, Emmerron. We are back. I think my microphone is working. I really hope it is. It is. Good. It's not failing me today. My face was a little washed out there at the beginning, but hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Monday. That means it's Neon Inferno because we're back on that grind. So, hello, everybody. Welcome. To everyone that was subbing, and Diamond in particular, good God. And Prepper Jack, actually, both of you did some damage there. Good Lord. Thank you. I really appreciate the gift subs, the bits, 61 bits. I love 61 bits. Those are great. So no, thank you guys. I really appreciate the subs, the bits, y'all being here. Thank you. I saw some names that received those subs that I'm very pleased to see that y'all are here. So thank you, everybody. Welcome. On his door. Oh boy, we're starting off wild tonight. All right, very cool. Well, hello, everybody. This is just gonna continue. Guys, it's not September yet. I promised the crew here I would say this on stream, but it's not September. The subs are discounted in September. Y'all can do this cheaper in like a week. I appreciate the support now, but you can do it cheaper in a week. I'm a man of the people, goddammit. Oh my god, what is happening? Jesus Christ. We're at a level 4 hype train and we're working toward level 5. Boy, oh boy. Okay, well, this is a mid-season episode. This isn't even like a premiere or nothing. What's going on? All right. Well, hello everybody. As per usual, we have the whole crew here. Even if some of them have very recently, scrambled into some new living arrangements. Nyla, we're looking at you. Nyla, you guys. The thing that I said before about it being cheaper next week. I'm gonna drink. This is just water, but I'm gonna drink all the same. Break him. Why are you like this? But yeah, despite the fact that some people have had to rearrange their living situation in the last week, everybody's here. And so if there is scuff tonight, I'm pointing and blaming it on that. So just so everyone's on the same page here. But yeah, we got Cody, we got Nyla, we got Connor, we got Ghost. Hello everybody. Thank you again for joining me tonight. And Nyla, thank you for the gift sub. Although that was wholly unnecessary. You did not have to do that.
And through rain and fire, I will always be here Monday night, 7:30 PST.
Oh my god. I love it. I'm glad y'all are here. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop over to the Game Splash here, and we can start talking about what happened last week and get into what the hell is going to happen this week. Because we left last time on kind of the edge of action starting to break out here. So let me go ahead and switch us over there. All right, everybody. So as we kind of get into this, what is going on? It's still happening, guys. There are still bits hitting my face. Why? So with that said, let me give us a quick recap. So last week, y'all were called into Danger Gal's offices to meet with Pantera about a job that they have for all of you, which is to simply say that they want you to investigate a Project Gestalt that Ziggurat is working on. And while, yes, this is normally their job, and you guys are not Danger Gal employees, the project documents and the little bits they've gotten through the leaks, thanks to Mr. K's data archive, are all pointing at people that you all know personally, one way or another, that have become either subjects of this project, like test subjects within the project, or in Peacock's case, your parents are the ones who seem to be running the project, along with the involvement of several other high-level Ziggurat execs. So, you guys, taking some of those names down, decided to chase one in particular, Zaya Arashid, who is the head of garden content and strategy. So she is their social media girl, and you guys have chosen to chase her. So, as I recall, after the meeting, Peacock went to go get therapy from the doctors downstairs while he began to hallucinate, and the rest of you, I believe, at this point at least, after a little bit of side discussion and things like that, the rest of you have kind of now reconvened with each other, hot on the tail of Zaya. And so that is kind of where we're going to begin things. As per usual, normally as per usual, this would be where I'd call for IP spends and things like that. If you're not Nyla, though, I would encourage you to stay away from doing that until we've resolved the chase. Just so that we can keep that intact for the moment.
Cool.
So, if you're Peacock, you can spend, but
I'll go ahead and wait until after I'm out of therapy.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. So let's begin. So I'm gonna shift us over to battle music because that seems appropriate. This is our chill, we're getting started thing. So the rest of you are currently in a car being driven by a nomad named Turbo. Turbo is one of the Sand Vipers. He's one of the crew that got you guys in and out of the city and helped you out when you needed it, right? So you are all in the back of this car, or, you know, sitting somewhere in the car. To that end, can I actually get confirmation, where does everybody want to be sitting in the car as the chase is kind of beginning here?
I would imagine that Matchlight is probably riding shotgun, considering that he basically hailed Turbo. But
yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. Cool. Just so I can align this, because as y'all might imagine, I have a grid for this.
I don't care as I have a window to shoot out of. I'm fine.
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily trying to make it so that we're gonna get into combat with him. I'm trying to, because I have the tracker. I'm trying to track her and see where she is going. Yeah, that's kind of my idea right now.
Okay, sounds good. So let me
Yeah.
ignite the game screen here, just so that way we have this, so we can see walls and things like that. All right. So with that in mind, so the trackers, you know, you've given them a bit of a lead, obviously here, because you don't want them to know that you're following, right?
Right.
But
Yes.
the tracker has, I believe we saw last week, it was a 1 mile range, if I remember.
That's correct. Yep.
So, you guys are trailing them probably by about 8 to 10 car lengths. So, like, a decent distance. Enough that they're not really, unless they're really, really paying attention, they're probably not going to notice that you're back there. And so you are all screaming down the highway on the west end of Night City here. And if I take like 2 seconds here, I can tell you exactly which interstate that is, or which highway that is. The US 16. So you guys are taking the 16 along the western edge of the city, leading up toward the, eventually this intersects with another highway when it gets out of the city, which is the 828, and then that would take you to pretty much the executive zone. So this is, for all intents and purposes, an executive beeline, essentially, to get to where they want to be going. And you know, Zaya, based on her title alone, probably has a Beaverville house of some kind. So that is kind of the scope here. So with that kind of being the situation at hand, what exactly do you want to do?
So yeah, like I will just turn to our driver and just say, just keep on following the tracer until I tell you to. It's going to stop at some point, and then we'll have you drop us off somewhere nearby.
Okay. This person you're tracing, because I don't think last time you really told Turbo who you're chasing. Did you?
Right.
Yeah.
I did not.
And so he's gonna look at you and ask, like, given we're heading up through some pretty developed areas here, how worried should I be about this person we're chasing?
As long as you remain inconspicuous, we all remain inconspicuous. There's nothing to worry about at all.
Okay. And if we fail to be conspicuous enough or inconspicuous enough here, what then?
Well, I'm told you're one of the best, so I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah, all right. I can do that. And so, yeah, he continues to kind of try and stay behind this. Here's the thing about Night City highways. their HOV lanes are more like VIP lanes. So after a little bit, where like the traffic starts piling up, you guys are about 2 lanes over on the road here, and you can see traffic piling up. Your Mark gets over into that VIP lane and just floors it, basically. And Turbo says, "Oh, shit. Okay." And he hits the gas and gets into the... He starts trying to get over into the VIP lane, I should say. So let me go ahead and roll on him here really quick. I'm just going to hide the thing because I need to pull his stat sheet up off this other... Don't want to spoil nothing quite yet. So drive, land, vehicle, go. All right, a 21. So yeah, he does succeed in like veering across like 3 lanes of traffic. And as soon as he hits to the VIP lane, you hear a sound come over the car's audio suite, and it just says, "You are not registered as a VIP within the premises of Night City. Please exit the VIP lane now, or fines will begin to be assessed."
We've got one of the best net runners in the entire city, so they will reverse whatever fines are put on your account. Just keep driving.
And
Is there a police override? Like, is there something listening to it to where, like, if the police had to come to your car for a chase or something, they could, like, shout that?
So what you've got here is an automated system. Like you would know this off the top of your head. Like the VIP lane is for very specific types of people. It's like public transit, what little of it exists that actually works with the highways, as well as like corporate cars. They are all given that treatment. Everyone else has to wait in traffic. So there are police overrides, but it's something that like generally, you know, because you've been on patrol and stuff before. Generally, it's something like from a squad computer, you would access it and shut it off. At this point, let me just take a look at your gear here. So you don't have a computer. You do have your agent, which could allow you to try and put this in, but I will be a -2 on your check, just because it's not the right tool for this job. Because like the sort of things you have to access are like very much secure, and they're probably not meant for you to access. So
could I give my knowledge to the netrunner, hoping that they could like actually work it, like try and make a +1 to...
Oh, Peacock is
whatever. Oh yeah, that's right. Peacock isn't their shit.
Peacock is in therapy. Yeah, your netrunner is not here. You're the only one in this car who even has a snowball's chance of doing this.
Well, fuck it, then we have to throw the snowball, right? What am I rolling?
So you are gonna roll me electronic security tech with a -2.
Electronic suit. Oh, I got it. That would get me. I would be at a 1 for that, and the DV for this is probably nuts. I mean, what's the worst that could happen if I fail, though? It says beep no.
Right.
So, yeah, screw it. Additional mods. -2. Let's see. Who knows? Maybe I super crit.
10-10, baby. Let's go.
Nah, that's not a crit at all.
That is not. So, yeah, you get that little thing on your agent. It just says access denied. And you're like, shit, okay, they did revoke my credentials on that. Fuck. And, yeah, and all of a sudden you just hear again, this is your final warning. If you do not vacate the VIP lane, you will be assessed fines. And further fines, including jail time, as a penalty, will be assessed. And you just can already see, like, ahead of you, could I actually have Matchlight, since you're in the front of the car, could I have you roll me a perception check? And the two of you who are in the back can roll it too, just at a -2, since you guys don't have as clear view here. Oh boy.
Really didn't have a clear view.
Really not, no. Well, you just got done focusing on your agent too, so for you it's like you're splitting your attention besides, so that kind of makes sense. And then Cody.
Fucking Nyla.
1 second. Sorry. What was going on?
Could you roll me a perception check with a -2?
Oh yeah, sure. 1 sec. I'm just gonna cancel that out with some luck, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, you can. So you still put the mod in, but oh my god.
Oh, well, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, no, that's fuck. All right, cool. So neither one of you two noticed, but I mean, to be fair, Celsius, you've been the bodyguard for these guys for a while now, obviously. Like that is your role. You are the watchman here. And you look and you can see ahead of you through the rear window of the car, even though it's tinted. Thankfully, you have thermal vision. You can see someone has taken notice of your car in the car ahead of you as they begin to speed up. So you're no longer inconspicuous, and you know that. So it's down to if you want to let everyone else in the car know that as well.
Yeah, I think keeping that information to myself is bad. So yeah, I'll tap Turbo on the shoulder and go, "Hey, bud, we got somebody in the car that knows we're behind him."
All right. Well, fuck. I hope your net run is as good as you say he is. And you hear that gear shift, and just the car starts to scream as he engages a turbo under the hood of this thing, along with a NOS can. The reason you know there's a NOS can is you can feel the kick as this thing engages and starts to catch up. And he says, "Okay, boss, well, we're made. What do you want to do? Because, like, this is going to turn into something really, really fast."
Speaking
What kind
of that,
of-
real quick, I just want to turn Sam off, like, fully, because I still have him auto hooked up to my biomon. If he's on in any capacity, once that firefight starts, he's going to jump his dumb ass out the car trying to kill somebody.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. And so, yeah, you flip the off switch and you just hear mobile enforcement unit, Sam, powering down. And then just, yeah, like, kind of like lays down in that kind of loafish kind of position between you and Celsius in the back.
What kind of ammo are they rocking on this thing? Or not ammo, sorry, armor is what I meant to say.
Armor on the car?
Yeah, you got it.
Ah, no. This thing don't got armor. This thing's got speed.
Yeah, but what about theirs?
It's hard to tell from the outside, but it does look like a fairly nice executive car. So you can only imagine that chassis is probably at least a little armored and bulletproof.
Gotcha.
And all of that fun stuff.
Alrighty. Cool, let's get it.
Let's get it. All right, cool. So yeah, so you guys hit the turbo, and I'm gonna renegotiate this here just a. Actually, no, that's about right, because you guys are about 2 spaces behind them as this chase kind of kicks off. So let me go ahead and activate the scene so y'all can see what I can see.
Okay.
And it might just take a second because this is animated. So.
I'm gonna do a bump of synth coke while we're driving up.
Yeah, as you feel that NOS kick in, you hit that bump and you're like, okay, let's go. The car's fast,
yeah.
I'm fast, we're all fast. Look out, I am speed. Okay, yeah, it is definitely taking a little longer to load everyone than I expected. Forgot exactly how fucking slow this can be to load.
I'm in.
Good, yeah, that's 2. And now I'm just waiting on, at the very least, Cody, because Nyla doesn't really need to see this, but yeah, there we go. Okay, there you both come. Awesome. So, with that in mind, obviously element of surprise is out the window. So I think what we're about to do is we are going to queue everyone for initiative. So I'm going to activate all of you here. Oh, hold up. Let me end the combat. I will accept that initiative roll from Rook, but yeah, I just need to... I just realized there was... Because I had used this map for something before, and I just never ended the initiative. So I'll assign you your 13 Rook. Okay.
Oh, I'm on time warp accidentally, so... Because I didn't actually take time warp.
And so you're minus
actually,
2.
but I will have taken it if you're cool with that, because I do have it. I forgot I had it, so I'm down to take it now that I see it on my sheet before this all breaks out.
I'm trying to think how that all plays.
I would just take synth coke and time warp at the same time, pretty much, if you're cool with it.
You know, yeah, I think I'm cool with it, provided, throw me a resistor torture check real quick.
That's pretty good.
Pizza 13. Let me check something on those tracks. Okay. So that is not enough to beat the addiction checks that are listed there, and I know that those are rolled typically when it ends. I am using those to measure something else here, though. So you will get, because the time warp is like a +2 to your initiative normally.
It's a +3.
+3. Okay. So I'm going to say, you know, you're feeling that time warp isn't kicking quite as hard as it normally does. So it'll be one less.
Why?
Because you
Oh,
are,
one less, whatever, that's fine.
yeah, you're hitting multiple drugs at the same time here, and you've done a lot of drugs, and I don't think we've been rolling a lot of those resistance checks. Let's see. All right, cool. So Matchlight, you still have top initiative. You guys are about 12 meters from their car at this point for range purposes. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at this vehicle. Can I take an aim shot at its tire? Or how does the glass look?
The glass, I mean, like I said, it is a corporate vehicle, and you know that very commonly these do have at least a level, if not multiple levels of bulletproofing on the windows. So the windows themselves probably are bulletproof. Tires, you can take an aim shot. Typical penalty for an aim shot. But yeah, the tires can be aimed at. That is completely doable.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll roll with one luck real quick. Nice.
Ooh, boy. Wait, that was aimed?
I don't think I aimed it, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not aim it. So -8 from that. But all the same, that should hit.
That'll still hit, yeah, at 12
Yeah.
meters, 100%. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll roll the damage.
Yep.
This is my Perseus, by the way.
Yeah. God damn, alright.
Yeah,
cool.
it's good damage.
That's 28 damage to the car. You're hitting it in a vulnerable point.
Yeah,
So,
I'm going to shoot it in its back left tire.
back left tire. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to make their corporate driver roll reflexively here to try and keep the car controlled. Because that will be enough to pop that tire. He does keep it under control, but you can tell they're having some issues with that tire now flattening. Very quickly, you're seeing rubber shred off of it and fly behind.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect.
corporate security here. You see one of the back windows fold back and away, and this corporate security leans out with an assault rifle and pulls the trigger, aiming at your driver. So this is going to be a miss, actually, at that range. Oh, wait, yes, yeah, that's a miss at that range. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
it barely misses, and you just hear Turbo just say, "Fuck! Oh God! Okay, they're shooting at me now." And yeah, the driver on the next car here is linked in and is going to do the exact same thing. So you can see him like with an interface plug stretching behind him as he leans out and takes a shot at Turbo.
Oh, he crits.
Oh yeah, Turbo's gonna be killing this one. And let me. Why are you showing as Outrider? You should be Turbo, my guy. That is your identity. Give me a moment. There we go. So I'm gonna roll his critical injury. Whee. Oh no! So yeah, this guy leans out and takes the shot, and you see the glass shatter, and what sounds like a small explosion almost. And you're like, what the fuck was that? And you see where part of the front of this car has peeled off and literally just cut this guy's leg off just below the hip.
Which leg?
It's his left one. So it's
God
not
bless.
the one he's thankfully using to operate your gas and brake, but all the same, you just hear, oh God, oh my God. And you just see blood gushing out of this wound. It's bad. So yeah, this is where we are now. Zaya is going to use her turn to do something privately here, which I'm going to roll.
That is unlucky for him.
Okay. Fun. Celsius, we come to you. The driver in front of you is screaming. It is awful.
I mean, screaming in a combat, I mean, that's pretty normal for me, but I'm going to make this car in front of us drag its ass on the goddamn asphalt because I'm going to take out the back right tire.
Okay.
Nice.
Aim shot, and how much luck you want to spend on that if you are?
I don't have luck, don't need it.
You did, but it missed.
It was cool.
The confidence was a wonderful thing.
Typically, I wouldn't need it.
Typically, yeah. So yeah, you fire and it misses, striking the asphalt. So Turbo, okay, asshole, that's how you want to fucking play. And he grabs a, you see he's got like a small compartment next to the driver's seat, and he lifts out his own assault rifle and like leans out the car and pulls the trigger in the direction of their.
So is he interface plugged in?
He is, yes.
That's cool. Fuck yeah.
He also misses.
No.
Rook.
Well, I think. So we need her for questioning. How much farther do I think until they get to like that point of no return once they're actually in the executive zone? 'Cause that's going to be bad.
You guys have flipped over into the VIP lane here just before the I-16 meets the bridge into Watson. So it's relatively, you've got a little while. you guys started this part of the chase much earlier than maybe you had planned.
Okay. So, would it be within range to try and call Xavier and on a backup roll, get him to send a car with a couple guys in it to try and block the road later on, like intersect them?
Oh yeah.
You know that they've got units kind of dispersed throughout the city, so one might be in position to be able to intercept this, even if it does go a little further north before they can get there. So yeah, why don't you make a roll? Let's see what we can do. In worst case, Danger Gal might be able to disperse someone if they can't, if Xavier can't, you know? So someone might respond to that call for backup all the same.
Yep. So, do I just roll the d10 and we see if it's...
Yeah, you're going to roll it, and it's just going to be a flat roll on this because you are, it's not truly an emergency. So this is going to be, yeah, roll under your rollman rank. Ah, no.
Nice.
The only time I get a 10, no,
bad.
10s are bad here.
A deep
Tens are
travesty.
bad here because it's under, yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, Xavier's like, yeah, I mean, got a couple guys, but I think they're pinned down by rioters right now. I don't think they can respond to the call.
Fuck, I figured. Thanks for checking.
Yeah,
That sucks.
Matchlight, we come to you.
Okay, I have 2 shots now with my Militech Perseus, so that'll be good.
You do.
I'm gonna shoot out.
Aim shots are
That's
still
fine. I
RF1.
will click to aim. So yeah, no worries there.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, fuck. Wait, where do you make an aim shot? So I click
So
it.
on the weapon itself.
Oh,
you
I
click-
found it. My bad. Yeah. I got it. Okay. And then I'll spend 1 more luck here. Click. Boom. 1. And I will shoot at them. The back right tire.
By the
For
way,
Red Birth.
Connor, I think you're using your very heavy pistol, not your Perseus. Oh, no,
Yeah,
the
I
pop-up.
accidentally used it for the first one. Yeah, exactly. So that was on me. But that being said, I did it this time. So the
see.
first one misses. I'm going to take a second shot with my Militech Perseus.
Well, if it's aim, that's what I was saying. Aim shots are always RF1. No matter
Oh,
what.
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I miss. But then I'm going to reach into my jacket and pull out a grapple gun, and I'm going to just toss it in the back seat and say, "You guys know what to do, whichever one of you."
Yeah, beautiful. So yeah, you fire, grab it, and throw that back behind you. Corporate security is gonna say, you know, they're gonna lean out again, and you hear them, or you see rather, they are mouthing something. Obviously you can't hear with the wind whipping past the cars. You're both going probably like 80 to 90 miles an hour at this point. This is one of those very high speed chases. All right, that's gonna hit. Ooh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, so Turbo's getting fucked up here. And this time, yeah, it hits him straight through the core, through the broken windshield. And you just see him get, like, jolted back into his seat. My arms! They're not working right! Also, there was something that I failed to do, because during chases we're supposed to do it this way. So I'm going to roll
That
this.
fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to roll this without the penalty because this would have taken place prior to the injury.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, cool. So you guys actually managed to get closer to the car now, is what's going to happen here. So you guys are moving 1 space forward here on the chase grid. So you guys are officially now within the 6 meter bracket with these guys. So now it's the corp driver. And you can see he's having to actually spend his action to like keep the car under control. Which now this is going to be rolled with like a -2. He is able to keep it under control, but you can see that back tire is beginning to like really cause him to like need to focus. So you've taken some guns off. Zaya's going to make 1 more private roll here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And Celsius, we come to you.
All right. I might as well take the opportunity to use the grapple gun since apparent. Actually, you know what, Rook? I'm gonna let you do that. I'm gonna take that shot again. I feel like just putting this car to the side of the road.
Sure.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
It's not roll a 2 this time though.
That is a 6.
Like how it almost did.
And from where you are, because yeah, you know what? Well, no, that would still be a miss on even the, even at the previous range bracket you're at, because it's a 17 when you're within 6. It's a 16 when you're within 12. It's only a 15 once you're back one further from there. So yeah, that is gonna miss, unfortunately.
Wait, so it says 16 from when you draw it with an assault rifle, right? Because that's what I'm seeing. The tires are 16s.
Right, but you have to beat.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You are right.
So
And when you're right, you're right.
Turbo, this time is literally unable to take an action because he is
Oh shit,
spinal
bro.
injured. Rook,
Can I drag or shit? He's interface plugged in.
yeah,
Just
you
use
can,
the grapple gun, brother.
you've
Be
got
the man you're supposed to be.
so you can take the controls because like if you grab the controls, it's kind of like going from autopilot into manual drive. It will override to the wheel until someone's hands are taken off of it. So like you could take the wheel on this thing. It does have a drive or steering wheel.
All right, then I want to rotate him into the back and so get the fuck out of the driver's seat before you get shot. You can't even. You can probably barely drive this thing anymore. I'm gonna try and move him into
Before
the
he gets shot, I said.
Yeah.
Well, no,
And as you lift him up, you realize like his whole left leg is like left behind. And the rest of his body moves without it. And
Jesus Christ.
dripping blood everywhere. Like it is. This guy, you know the hits were bad. You didn't know that it was quite this bad. And so, that said, he is willing, so you can swap with him. Because he does have his movement technically. So I'll just juggle you guys around here real quick. So yeah, you move and swap with him. And then what are you using your action for this turn?
I still have my action.
You do.
Can I want to move into position for a pit.
Ooh.
Like start trying to press up to line myself up for
Well,
it.
you are in the closest range bracket, so technically you could attempt it. So I need you to make a drive lane vehicle check.
Let's do it.
And I'm going to make them make one. Theirs is going to be at a -4 because of the state of their tire.
Nice, and I'm putting in my 2 luck.
You got it.
All that training at the academy better pay off. Let's go.
Shit! Holy fuck! Okay, time to
Let's
see
go.
what theirs is. No way! Holy shit!
NCPD, motherfucker.
Yeah, so
Let's go.
So you immediately, like go back to your academy days where you're practicing on like a closed course, and like you weren't a beat cop, right? Not usually, right? You didn't go out, do traffic shit. Most of the time, if you were out on the streets, a lot of the time it was, neighborhood patrols and shit like that. So like you're worried your skills might be a little rusty, but then like the second you grab the controls and kind of shove Turbo's leg out of the way, you just kind of like sink right back into it and do everything entirely by the book on this pit. And you watch as this car spins the fuck out, hits the side, because I remind you, we're going like 80 to 90 miles an hour right now, variably. And so you tap the back left bumper of the car in front of you. The front end slams into the dividing barricade between the outgoing and incoming traffic lanes. And then the car starts to just spin, flip, and everybody in that car is going to suffer whiplash pretty much instantly. They're also going to suffer 66 damage because they have just been thrown into a flip into oncoming traffic. Well, not oncoming, but more the active lanes off to your right. Like, this is going to be a big fucking problem. And you hear as you take the wheel and this all starts happening, somewhere in the middle of the chaos, you hear, fine assessed, 500 eddies. Authorities have been called. And yeah, this car just gets flipped over. So now, let me, God, I have a good map for this? I'll be honest, I didn't think I'd get this far. We're gonna leave it here for now, just because it's easier. But yeah, just know the cars have kind of stopped. We're gonna keep this initiative.
You are not moving.
You're no longer moving, even if the map is animated. But yeah, let me apply whiplash to everybody in that car real quick.
It's almost like you're not supposed to pit people when they're going near 100.
That is not a high-speed maneuver in most cases. And here's the reason why.
I mean-
CPD completely textbook.
Yeah.
I mean, normally when they're going that high of a speed, they usually just do it to themselves.
Right. Yeah, I mean, but you rolled that so fucking well. Especially for someone who doesn't normally drive cars. Holy shit.
Oh, check the stats. I've secretly had that slotted because I figured
Yeah,
police know how to drive. Pursuits are a thing.
they are. And goddamn, yeah, that's
You drove?
that is so fucking cool. I love Cyberpunk Red, guys. I don't know if that's obvious or not, but that is a perfect example of skills making a character work. All right, so let me do 66 real quick. This is going to apply to everyone in that other car. 15 damage. All right. So 15 damage, soaked by armor. Let's see. So that's you. That's you. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I forgot to... Like, why don't you have armor? I know why you don't. Because executive armor is a thing. And I'm dumb. Okay.
Bow.
And then light armor projectile. And then... Yeah. So that hits that, and then the driver. Ooh, same difference. Awesome. All right. The fall chart would have agreed with what I did, Memoru. I saw that. 66 is the appropriate amount for what just happened if you observe the fall chart. Assuming that, yeah, like 90 miles per hour, you're assuming probably takes you about, I don't know, you're going 90 miles per hour, that's what technically you're going. I need to do the math, but I mean, that's about a mile.
That's how you rolled it. That's fine.
Yeah, about a mile every 45 seconds or so. So yeah, that's probably about right. So yeah, that's probably about right. Which is why that's for car crashes. That's the damage number. So that's into Rook's turn. With that, the chase kind of comes to a screeching halt, quite literally. Matchlight, in front of you is an overturned car. Inside is the exit that you've been tracking. You know that authorities have been called because the audio suite in the car has alerted you of that. What are you doing?
So I'm gonna like after Rook parks it, I'm gonna pop open the passenger door and then walk quickly up to them with my pistol in hand, and I'll just kind of yell back to Celsius and Rook like, "Let's take care of the muscle, get what we need, and get the fuck out of here." So I'm going to let me control my character if you don't mind.
You got control.
Cannot take this action while the game is currently paused.
It's not paused. Try it now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay, so I'm gonna walk up to the point where let me change my DV to my pistol. I want DV13, so boom.
Yeah, you
DV13.
already were DV13 because you guys were within 6 meters. So
Gotcha.
You're DV13, even if.
So it says DV13 from here.
Yeah,
but
that'd probably be about right.
So who's very wounded right now?
I mean, no one in that car is terribly wounded that bad, but they're all a little dazed and out of it, as you might expect, because their car is
cool. All right, I'm gonna look at the solo that they have in the back with her, and I'm gonna shoot at him twice with my Militech Perseus.
You got it.
No aim shots. Let me take that off. Aim, no. And then here's the first shot at him.
Yeah. Oh my
Crit.
god! The explosion, baby. That's a 30. Roll me damage.
Okay, cool. So, is he gonna dodge or no?
Normally he could make the attempt, but I don't think. I'm rolling if he doesn't see this coming, because he just flipped 3 times into oncoming traffic.
So I crit him too.
You do. So that is.
Do you want me to roll the 2d6 for you?
No, because I've got a roll chart that does it for me. So I'll just do that. You break his ribs with that first shot. It like literally you just line it up into the side of the car and just through the window 1. And that roll was enough to break the bulletproof glass on the car too. I should mention.
Awesome. So that also, I believe. Let me check. What's my Militech? Oh, it's basic ammo I have in here. Why do I have basic ammo in here?
Well, it's
Too
exotic.
late.
It's exotic. You have.
Oh, you're so right. You're so right. That's why. Okay, cool. We haven't played in a little bit, so I'm trying to get used to all of it again. Here's my second shot.
Yeah.
That's a 7. So yeah.
That's
okay.
another
Cool.
hit. Roll it.
And then here's the roll for it.
Okay.
Not terrible.
That's not terrible, and you've ablated. His armor's been ablated twice already, so that actually does do some damage. Cool.
So then, can I take cover in the passenger seat? Is that possible? Actually, I take cover behind the door as I open it out. You know what I mean? So I open it up, I take 2 shots in there, and I hit him, and then I take cover behind it.
Yeah, so you get back behind the door of your own car. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
Right.
Corporate security is next, so they're gonna unbuckle themselves, and I'm gonna treat it like they're prone. So I have to use the get up action in order to make any movement. And they're gonna kind of brace themselves behind their own open door. And you can hear ahead of you, "Ma'am, are you okay?" And she's, "Yeah, HQ is sending someone. I'll be fine." The driver is gonna do pretty much the same thing. Use his action and then get behind his own door as protection. Zaya is going to, by and large, do the exact same. So all of them are just taking their actions to unbuckle and like get up, basically, and then take cover behind their own doors. Celsius.
Okay, so let's see here. Want to preferably, what was this? 1 technically, 2.
Yep.
3, 4, 5. Gotta check my movement really quick. I'm pretty sure I have 6. Yeah, okay, cool, 6. I'm gonna grab her and get ready to drag her back to the car.
Ooh,
Nice.
shit. All right, yeah. Roll me. So you just run behind her door. Go ahead and roll me brawling. She's gonna try to resist, obviously, but you know, corpse. They're not usually known for this kind of athletic ability. Yeah, you grab her. You just like grab her ass. So you got her. And then are you moving back 1 toward your own car?
I cannot. I moved 6.
You did. Okay, cool. So Turbo. Turbo's gonna say, "Not bad driving for someone who's not a Nomad. And you can see his face getting progressively more pale. You can tell he's losing a lot of blood. Like, it is not good for him right now. He is going to fire. He's still got his assault rifle in his offhand here. So he's going to lean out the side of the car, and he's going to try and suppress everyone in that car. So I'm going to roll, not auto, suppressive. And I'm going to make the other two, because he's going to suppress the side you're not on, Cody. That's a pretty good roll, too. So let's see how well these guys can concentrate through it. Driver's suppressed. And bodyguard is not. Okay. The bodyguard's hardened enough that he recognized, like, okay, I'm not in any real danger here. Rook, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pop open the door, lean up with the beast shotgun, and just shout to him, "We just want the corp. You still get paid. Just stay in the fucking car." And I'm gonna try and face down him into just waiting it out.
Ooh, boy. All right. Yeah, let's see it. Oh, yeah. No, so...
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right, so the round shifts at the top of the round. Behind you all, there's no check needed for this. You hear the scream of AV engines coming in overhead, along with some very flashy red and blue lights. And over the speakers in the car, you hear further fine assessed, intervention mandated. And you hear from the AV behind you, "This is NCPD Aerial Unit 5. You will stand down, drop your weapons, and turn yourselves over, or you will be fired upon." Matchlight. What are we doing?
Okay, cool. So what does it look like the effect of Rook having yelled that at these two was? Do they look like they heeded his words and they're gonna let Celsius continue to drag the corpo to our car, or no?
So you're not seeing them jump immediately, and it's not like it's hard to tell because they're kind of they're behind the doors right now.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like, okay, like what do you do at that point?
So they are in cover, right?
They're technically in cover right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the suppressive fire is to like force them to stay there, basically. Like,
gotcha.
Okay, yeah, you either comply or get shot.
So, would it be possible for me to hold my action until one of them pops out to take a shot, meaning this bodyguard, because he's the only one who succeeded on his concentration? Can I just hold my action for when he does and then shoot him?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, then that's what I would like to do.
Yep.
Unless, I mean, let me see, because my move's 5, so I could feasibly go 1, 2, and then I can see him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just do that. Yeah, no, I mean, I can, but like the cars are not moving, so I can just jump out and then jump back in, obviously, so this is fine. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot him twice now, again. Okay. So here's my first shot.
So this time he will roll evasion on you. Because,
okay, cool.
Yeah, so 25 is still really high. See if his evasion's worth anything. Nope. Roll me the damage.
Okay. So here's the damage on it.
Holy
not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
And then here's my second shot with my Perseus.
Got it. $26 against it. Yeah, tie goes to the defender, so he does manage to dodge that second round.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I'll run back in to the car after I take those 2 shots. That's my turn.
The corp driver is going to stay put. He's not actually going to do anything this round.
And then I take cover behind the door, by the way, as well.
Zaya is going to try and break your grasp on her, Celsius. Go ahead and roll me a brawling check. You've got her. There's no shot. All right, Celsius, are you just going to shove her in the back of your car and...
Can I still choke her out as I'm dragging her back to deal my body to her?
It's an action too, so yeah, I mean, you're just splitting your movement and your action at that point. So yeah.
Yep, sure, I'll do that.
Cool. So yeah, so you start choking her, so, and your body is how much?
I believe it's, let me see, 7.
7, okay, cool. So yeah, so you just hear, oh, let me go! Fuck! And yeah, this is turning into something. And then you're, grabbing her, throwing her in the back next to Turbo, basically. And he says, oh, welcome to the team, Choom. And, and so you see Turbo turn around, just say, what are we doing about the flying pigs?
Rook, you know where they wouldn't look. You're one of them. Drive us there.
The plan right now is to drive.
Okay. I'm gonna slow him down then. And with that, he turns around with the assault rifle. He's gonna take an aimed shot at one of the turbo props on the underside of this. So aimed shot. Barely misses it. Oh, that's tragic. Yeah, so you see a shot whiz up and just narrowly miss getting sucked in through one of the turbo props. Rook, what are you doing?
Hold on tight, Chooms, and I'm gonna turn back to Turbo. Where's the go fast button?
And he points at like a big red button just underneath where you would expect like the keys to get put in. Obviously, most cars nowadays are keyless or they use like some kind of wireless fob. So it'd be like right below that section of the dash though, just next to the wheel.
All right, we're gonna punch it.
Beautiful. Roll me drive lane vehicle.
First step is make distance, then we try and shake.
Okay. So yeah, that's a 16. That is a good start. All right. So let me bring the cops in because now we're leaving these losers behind. This car, it don't matter none no more. All right. However, I do have a police AV for you all.
Oh, do you actually have one you can drag on the screen? That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. No, I came prepared for this eventuality. The cops were always an option to get involved. So you have a police AV back here, relatively streamlined AV4 that is chasing you. These things appear to be, based on your assessment, because Rook, again, you've seen these, you know what these are. This is one of their interceptors, aerial interceptors. These are one of those like high-speed aerial vehicles. Thankfully, you hitting the NOS on this thing gets you some extra time to start making some distance here. I'm going to double check exactly how much extra speed NOS gives you here. Just because it does not... Actually, I can do that here.
Oh, as a side thing, just because like discarding an item is free, can I toss a set of handcuffs into the back seat so we have something to manage?
Yeah, totally.
Our new guest.
Yeah. So Celsius, you see suddenly in front of you in a simple gesture, basically, Rook, your hand just moves straight from the NOS button to your belt where the handcuffs are, and you just toss them behind you over your shoulder, trusting Celsius just kind of grab them. So Celsius, you see this pair of handcuffs quickly flying at your face.
I'll look at him and go, you think I need these?
Yeah, you still got like your arm wrapped around her neck, basically. So this is about to get insane. Okay, cool. And then I just need to see the stats on the ground car real quick. Because the ground car... Okay, so effectively you guys are going... Effectively, this thing has the capacity to do up to 200 miles an hour while it's under NOS. Fun fact. So, an AV4, by comparison, can do the same. Oh, you guys are even speed categories while that NOS is under effect.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm glad he used that button earlier, so I knew it existed.
Yeah. No, this is gonna be a wild little run, guys. Okay, cool. So, top initiative, Matchlight. You are going mock Jesus down the VIP lane, while the car's stereo just continues blaring. Please stop the vehicle. Please pull over. Please stop the vehicle. Please pull over.
So real quick, what is 40's real name again?
I don't know if, because I pulled her out of the book. I don't think the book says. But I don't know. Would you know her that well that she would have shared it with you?
Well, I mean, yes, very much so.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, cool. So we can retcon later that we'll kind of decide what her real name is. But for now, I just turn around and I'm gonna have her image flash on the screen of my helmet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, her first and last name goes by the monkey of 40. Where is she? I know you know. Tell us, and this whole thing can come to an end.
And
you'll live to see another day.
You just hear the corpo choke out. I don't know that, bitch. And yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Let's see human perception real quick.
You got it. Yeah.
Here it is.
That's a very high roll. Yeah, she does not appear to be keeping her cards that close to her chest right now. Something about whiplash, getting choked out, and get thrown to the back of a car. What that is being actively pursued by the NCP is not doing wonders for her ability to have a poker face. So yeah, she's definitely lying about that. She knows more than she's letting on.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna tell Celsius, show her what happens if she lies again.
Beautiful. Zaya is going to again try to resist the choking you're doing. All right. Yep, you're resisting just fine. Celsius, we come to you.
So I wanna make it a point. I'm just gonna ask anybody in the car, hey, any of you guys good with this? And I'll sort of kick the bag that I've got on the floor, and the gun mart engage is in that bag.
Who's got heavy weapons training?
Yeah, but in the meantime, I will just go ahead and keep her and deal 7 more damage to let her know what's up.
Yeah, yeah, this is turning into probably one of her worst days ever. Let me see. What turbo? What is your heavy? I've seen worse.
So while that's happening, just so you know, I'm just gonna yell very loudly. I'll be like, "Talk or die."
Yeah, fair. So Turbo looks down at the engage, says, "Yeah, I think I saw my dad use one of these once. Fucking held off against a whole convoy of Militech fucks. Think I could do that." And he reaches down, picks it up, deploys it out the window, and leans up. And we're gonna make him roll for this shit. Holy fuck, that works. So he lifts this thing up and fires, and it smacks into the side of the NCPD AV for 8d6 damage. Dealing 30
A lot of damage. That's well above average.
That is well above average. So yeah, you just see this thing fucking explode. Because the average is 28 for 8d6. So yeah, you just watch this thing just fucking explode on the AV. And you can just already see it's beginning to have to take a backseat here because it is just sustained a shitload of damage. With that, Rook, what are you doing? You gonna just keep laying on pedal to the metal Keep that NOS flowing hard through the veins of the car.
I think I want to put some direction into it. So, as a really unknown, if former or current NCPD officer, would I know where like this thing's jurisdiction would end? Like try and aim for the county line so that it gets transferred and they get called back anyways.
You know the NCPD has total jurisdiction over the entire metro area, so like you'd have to leave the city. That's just the way of it. So
I mean, we are on the highway, but how far is that?
It's a ways. Like it's past where you feel like they were heading originally, which would be the executive zone. Like
yeah, and that NOS isn't gonna hold out that long in the
no, it's not. So like at this point, you quickly kind of are like doing the calculus in your head, and you're like, okay, you've got two choices here really. One is to bail off the highway at the first opportunity and pray that they're dealing with enough alarms in that thing that they can't follow you, and just try and shake them hard. The other is going to be to try and like further damage that AV to like get them to fall back before reinforcements show up, and then shake them after. So it's either take the direct approach or take the we're going now kind of bail it approach.
I was going to say, just for stream clarity and for game clarity, I did subtract the one ammo from the gun mart. It does have one more rocket.
It does.
Yeah, I think it's about time to start shaking and baking. Let's see.
Okay. Driveline vehicle, baby. Let's go. Evasive maneuver. 16. Okay. No, that's okay. So, this guy... let's see. So I'm going to have him roll drive land. It's because it'll be the same as pilot air normally. I just didn't adjust it. And he does not beat your attempt.
By one.
So,
Wow.
by that metric, so there is an upcoming kind of like, as you enter Watson, you know this road pretty well. You guys have just flew over basically the bridge linking Little Europe and Watson. And just after the bridge, there is a series of underpasses that commonly are used, by people trying to evade air traffic. And most of the time, historically speaking, you cursed that area. So you're like, motherfucker, I'm never going to find them. If we're not on ground when that happens, never going to fucking find them again. Today, you are so grateful that you cursed them all those times because you now are taking those tunnels and you are going to rely on them to like get out of this AV's field of vision while Zaya is getting choked out in the back. So you go just screaming down into the tunnels and like rapidly just kind of drift this thing around a corner under a series of above this are a bunch of Conap complexes, and you just immediately start like pumping your gas in order to keep your energy through the turn and then just fly out the other side, and you are just careening through a tunnel headed toward what you know is an exit up onto the Haywood Bridge. So with that, the cops are gonna have a hard time finding you at this point. So we come back around. Matchlight, it's your turn.
So I'll just tell her, you and I both know those cops will be back soon, so we only have a little bit of time. You have one more chance to tell me the truth, and let me make it clear, your life means nothing to us. We will kill you if you don't give us what we want. Tell me where you've seen her. Tell me where she is. And I'll put my gun to her forehead.
Oh my god. Roll me persuasion with a +4.
I'm good at that.
You are.
Additional mods 4.
Oh
Wow, that's gonna be really high.
Yeah, that's really good. So she says, warehouse, Little Europe, coastline.
Warehouse Low Europe coastline. A little more specific.
And like you can tell, she
Yeah.
is still like she's in that fight response right now because she can't
Right.
get out of this. So she's
What
just
is the warehouse called?
she's gonna try and break Celsius's. Oh no.
Yeah, it's not going well for her, dude.
Not at all. All right, Celsius, hold on with a brawling check for me. Holy shit, yeah. So yeah, you got your arm wrapped tightly around her neck, and she just says, "It's an old cigarette warehouse, 577 coastline." And yeah, she's really like having to struggle to get that out under the pressure that Celsius is applying.
All right. I'm gonna turn around and face the front. I'll just look over at Brooke. Where are we going? How do we drop this heat?
And I'm gonna look back to Turbo. Where's your nearest garage? I know you guys got some in the city.
Yeah. There's a chop shop edge of the city, a little place called Dusty's.
Well, she
just
heard us
hang
say
on.
that out loud. And I'm just gonna
no.
nod at Celsius.
Yeah, and you can tell like Turbo's having a hard time kind of even just keeping consciousness. There's still blood like everywhere.
Cool. I'm gonna call Rex Royale real quick.
You got it. Celsius first. It's your turn. What are you doing?
Okay.
How about 7 damage?
Yeah, 7 damage, and she passes the fuck out. So yeah, immediately just and yeah, you just suddenly stop hearing her like even gagging. Like she's passed out. She's gone full unconscious on you. At this point, you know if you keep the pressure applied, she will die.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do it anymore. But since there's essentially no combat and this person is out cold, would I be able to search her person and just see if she has anything of note that we are looking for?
Yes. Roll me conceal reveal objects. All right. So you start digging through her pockets. You find the tracker that Matchlight put on her earlier.
Okay, give that back to him.
Yep. You find her agent, which we'll get to that in a second. And then you also find a fairly nice looking leather wallet, business wear wallet that contains 500 eddies in it.
I'll just grab that and I'll hand it over to Turbo and be like, this should cover the first fine.
That is completely fair.
and he just kind of grins and says, Choom, I don't think we're going to have to worry about that fine more than the cops themselves. We're going to be on the lookout for my ass. But I appreciate it. And he, with the bloody hand that was holding onto the engage, he takes the money and like pockets it into the front of his vest. And you could like, he's applying as much pressure as he can to his severed leg with his other hand, and it's still just not doing anything.
And she's a Ziggurat employee, correct?
He is.
Is it safe to assume that there's any kind of clearance or ID I could take?
There isn't on her person. The thing about her agent that I said we were going to get back to is as you start kind of, like looking, you're like, damn, that's it. And you look back at the agent and you see trauma team called, executive level insurance activated.
We need to kick her out of the car right now. Throw her to the curb.
Sounds fun to me.
Oh, hold on. How close is... Well, is she looking like tossing her out of the car while unconscious will be enough to finish her off?
She's not looking good. I mean, she's already been through one car crash today, and then got choked out further by Celsius.
Can I do something slightly humiliating but also hilarious?
What are you gonna do?
Can I take her executive armor off and then throw her out of the car?
Oh, because then the armor won't hit her.
100%. Yes, you can. So the sirens are beginning to fade behind you. The screaming of your audio, in the car that was letting you know about the VIP lane no longer seems to be responding in the same way. So it looks like, at the very least, you've dropped whatever electronic tail was on your ass beforehand. So you take her exec armor off.
So before you do that, though, I'm gonna say we need to hold on to that agent. I know it's got a tracker on it, but it's got plenty of info that we need. So I kind of look around the four of us. Who the fuck can take the chip out of it and then make sure that we have the right one that doesn't have the tracker in it? I don't do this. My sister does this. Are any of you good at that?
If Trauma Team was snapped, wouldn't that be like a physical card that's on her person?
It would be, but at the same time, her agent is probably being tracked by her company. Ziggurat is Ziggurat probably has a tracker on that phone and is very interested in it not falling into the hands of people like us.
I mean, I'll roll on anything, but first let's get her ass out of the car.
Yeah, and Turbo says Trauma Team is going to track her biomine. The agent, Dusty, should be able to get a guy. He knows a few texts. Oh, God. I'm losing a lot of blood, guys.
Yeah, let me make that phone call to Rex real quick.
Yeah, so you activate the agent, and Rex picks up. He says, hello.
Rex, I need to phone a favor.
What kind of favor?
I tried to do your job, and I accidentally got the person I hired hurt real bad, so I know you got that med tech. What's her name again? Gloria, or?
Yes. We've got a couple of med techs I could send your way. Who do you need? What do you need, I should ask?
Just one that's good. He's missing a leg, he's bleeding all over the place, he's barely holding on. We're also on the run from the NCPD, I should mention. So just tell us where to drop him off, a discreet location. You can trust we'll be discreet. We're not going to fuck you over. But we can't lose this guy.
Okay.
He's pretty good.
When
he's not getting his leg blown off.
Yeah, I'll get someone scrambled. Where are you right now?
I'll ping you my cords. Just drop me where you want us to drop her off.
Okay. I'll send you a message back shortly as soon as I know what I can do for you here.
You're a good guy, Rex. Thank you.
It'll come with a price later. Don't worry about it. And with that, the line is drop dead. And so, with that in mind, what are you doing with the corporal at this point?
I'm gonna do exactly what I said. Take her armor off, so I have something to wear in the meantime. Probably won't fit me, but I'll shove my body into it, and then throw her head first out of the car at 90 miles an hour.
Ejectocito, cuz.
Yeah, you're going less than 90 now, but yeah, I mean you're still probably doing it close to 50,
Oh no, I'm
60.
still hauling. We need to get this car off the streets.
Yeah,
ASAP
it's
because
more
we're still
just
looking.
from like you're navigating non-highway streets at this point, so it's kind of like you're a little bit limited in that regard. Like you're swimming, but that's about all you can do. Is you're swimming at a slower pace than the highway allows.
Charlie,
So-
I'd like to request some cooperation from Rook. If I were to drop her, could you do a quick lane swap and try to run her over in the process?
You guys are the most sadistic motherfuckers,
Just feed
dude.
her under the wheels.
You both need therapy, IRL.
I mean, just slump her out and she should get sucked under the wheel. Well, just don't toss her.
Yeah, I mean you can see there are several cars behind you as well. So like,
Charlie, shut up!
There's already an APB out for us. Nobody cares
I'm
about
just
that.
I'm
They
just
know
laying the
it's us.
scene out. That's my job as a GM, Connor. Is I need to make
Dude,
sure everyone's aware of the scene.
Fuck, man. Most sadistic
This
bullshit.
doesn't make me complicit. It makes me. I'm setting a scene. That is all I'm doing.
Would you rather we make sure that she dies on impact, or would you rather her
Yes.
survive this shit?
Memorik, it does sound like humanity loss. That is what it sounds like. It's fucked up. I'm like, hey, if you cooperate, we won't kill you. And they're like, how can we 360 no scope her with a tire?
Well, this is why you don't speak for the
Mark.
solo, okay?
Mark says just saying lampposts are every 20
I hate all of you, dude. Dude, are we gonna hereditary her? Is that what's gonna happen? Is this gonna turn into hereditary part
Why
2?
is this my stream all of a sudden? Okay.
I just want to say, despite me not being there, I'm 100% in support of Celsius's plan.
So
The spirit of the cyber psycho looms over this gig.
So yeah, she's got no armor on. You shove her out the side of the car, doing like 60 miles an hour on what are, you know, basically city streets at this point. Celsius, roll me a d6, please. This is not for the damage. This is for something else.
Oh, I know what it's for, and I honestly don't care.
No. This is not what you think it is either. Roll me a d6 all the same.
All right, what's that? Hold on. Pop trying to do a public roll here.
Perfect. Yeah, that's about what I thought might happen. Okay. Yeah, so you throw her out and immediately you just hear a boom, as soon as she collides with a pole. The second she leaves the car. Yeah, I just needed to see. I was giving it a 1 out of 6 chance that she would or wouldn't. Yeah, that is it. So this is gonna do damage to her head, which is not armored.
This literally is hereditary, bro. She was choking, and then she went out the window, and she got crit. She's dead, Charlie. We don't even need to fucking...
No, she's gone. You just see a red mist behind the car, and that's it. That's all she wrote.
That was the red in Cyberpunk red.
Right there. It's gonna say, I need to purge that from my memory as soon as fucking possible.
So yeah, that is the end of a Ziggurat employee, and Turbo is just like laying there, like barely conscious. Just, oh yeah, good technique, and he is like, you could tell he's like white as a sheet. Like it is not looking great for him. With that, I'm gonna transition us back to the home screen here. Just because sheet upping is a little bit.
Mark, oh my god.
So with that, you guys continue on your way, presumably to this chop shop at the edge of the city, unless someone wants to claim otherwise.
No, I think that's presumed correctly.
Well, yeah, we just need to look for Rex's ping so that we can help out our driver, obviously.
Well, after that, first we need to get this car off the streets, because if we try and rush there and we bring heat to the healers, then he is completely fucked no matter what happens. I would stop and like have at least one of you guys wait with him and literally just call a combat cab so that we could split and like get him there and get this car off the streets, but that.
Well, let's see what Rex's ping is first. Let's just see what his ping is.
Yeah, and so Rex pings a location kind of like, let me look at the map of Night City again here, just because I need to be able to describe this to you guys. So he pings an area, I forget, but I don't actually drag unless I scroll. So he pings a location that's just to the east of you, not quite as far as the chop shop that Turbo is mentioning, but it's off of a little side street right at the edge of the New Westbrook, Watson, and Upper Marina border, like dead ass in the middle. He says, small club there named Valhalla, take her there.
Wow. Okay. That is kind of high profile, right?
No.
No.
Valhalla's like a no-name back alley.
No,
bar.
but I just mean in terms of like, obviously Rook is trying to keep us off the main roads and stuff. Is there a way to get there without using the main roads?
So you will need to use 1 or 2 to kind of get there initially, but short distances, nothing that keeps you on them for more than maybe a minute or 2 at most. And you've already kind of ditched your tail at this point. The one tracker that was like really dedicated to following you seems to have like fallen out the back of the car. So at this point, you feel relatively confident that unless Ziggurat also comes knocking and can do so fast, that this is about as good as it's going to get for now.
Okay.
I think I wouldn't mind swinging by, dropping you guys at Valhalla, and then if somebody wants to ride with me, they can. But I'll solo this car over to the shop so we can get it off the street, and then I'll link back up with you guys there.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds good.
Awesome.
I don't mind sticking with Rook just in case.
Beautiful. So you guys are splitting up where Matchlight is going to deal with Turbo and the guy that or whomever Rex sent to patch him up, and then the 2 of you are going to go to this chop shop, Dusty's, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So,
Well, because I don't feel like, so I feel like after we drop him off, like Rex's person is gonna be there immediately, so I might just still ride with Rook and Celsius. I might just drop him off and then, yeah, like stay in the car.
yeah, so it's from the way Rex has told you this. He says, "I'm sending someone to meet you there." So
Exactly,
I think,
yeah. So he'll just scoop him and then be good.
yeah, or at least that's kind of how you're interpreting it.
Cool. If they're gonna like drag him out of the car for us, then that's just all kind of handled. Because I just needed to be quick enough to be like, we pull up, door opens, package delivered, we're gone. Because this car needs to be off the street. We rocketed an AV. They are pissed.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. So you all get to this bar, and like I said, tiny back alley bar. Like you literally have to like drive through 2 different alleyways basically to like get there. And sitting there next to what appears to be a very small, like just small enough to fit into an alleyway with like an expert pilot. You see a small gyrocopter there, positioned, that appears to have had some kind of tech upgrade applied to it to give it just enough room for like to strap someone into the back behind like a pilot and co-pilot.
Nice.
Standing there, you see what is clearly someone who has like avionics training, like full helmet, mirrored visor, radio comms, who's sitting in the pilot seat of the gyro. Next to him is a man with silver hair, big white lab coat, and he walks over and looks at Turbo. Just say, "You got his leg?"
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, we do.
Yeah. So,
whoops.
and so he looks at it and just, yeah, he doesn't look so good. Well, yeah, see if we can get him into the air, see if we can put that all back together for him. And he says, "All right, Choom, we're moving." He's, "Oh yeah, please, just carry me, Doc." And and he just says, "Oh fuck, okay, fine." And you can already tell like this doctor's had it, but he just says, "Rex will bill ya. I'm gonna take him back to the clinic in the Glen." And at that, he loads him up in the back of this. Like,
Listen, Turbo, I'm gonna pay you good, okay? I'm sorry about how this turned out.
and you see like a weak like thumbs up before the arm just kind of goes limp, and he just kind of passes out from the blood loss. And he says, "Fuck, all right, fucking get us in the air. We gotta go now. And yeah, you
Was that Dr. J?
That was Dr. J. Yep.
That's cool.
I figured.
Yeah. Got to do a callback somewhere for him. You dropped this off, and now you guys are just gonna send it to Dusty's.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So you guys drive the remaining distance. From here, it's mostly side streets to get to the chop shop. Give me a drive lane vehicle check, Rook.
Let's see how I do. Apparently not great. Really not great.
Okay. So you start sending it down these side roads just about as fast as you humanly can. And you feel as though you're being fairly evasive. Luck hasn't run out so far. And that's when you notice there's a much sleeker, blacked out AV flying low, fast, and gaining quickly on you. This is an AV9. And you already get the sense that whoever's in that thing, they're not going to bark orders. They're probably here to cook. So, I am going to activate everyone's combat state. And I am going to have everyone roll me initiative. And I'm going to bring in 2 tokens here.
I don't think I've ever mentioned that I love destroying nice vehicles.
Yeah, you're like, fuck yeah, I get to blow up something that's worth several million eddies. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let me activate my... Okay, goddamn, you guys are on one. Very, very cool. And then I need... I'm going to use the trauma team pilot for the second person, but they are not a trauma team. They are from Ziggurat. Unsurprisingly, like you said, after all, you still have the fucking agent. So, let me get their initiatives rolled in here. All right, good news, guys. Matchlight, you're first. You see this thing looming over you guys, gaining on you rapidly. So I'm going to really quick bundle all 3 of you into an area here. So these guys are about 2 squares behind you on the chase grid. So about 25 meters back, gaining rapidly.
Okay, so 25 meters. Let me look at my DV for pistol. DV 12 meters. Yeah, so I mean that's gonna be like a pretty rough DV for me.
20, yeah.
DV 25. Okay, but it is gaining on us rapidly, which makes me think that I may want to just hold my action until they get closer. Or, hold on, let me look at, because, there is a certain someone in chat who gave me an Arasaka prototype variable assault rifle. I'm not good with it, unless it's auto-firing, but it still is, worth looking at.
I mean, you could always auto-fire at the
It's
body of the
DV13.
vehicle.
Okay, yeah, let's see what the auto-fire DV is for the body of the vehicle, then. DV...
Should be a 17.
Assault rifle auto-fire at 20... Yep, you're right, which is ideal. Okay, cool. So it's a 17, which is, yeah, that's good. So then I will roll to shoot it with this Arasaka prototype variable assault rifle. That's not a mouthful at all.
Yeah, so just go ahead and equip that real quick.
Yeah, I gotta equip it. Reload, change ammo, own, carried, equipped. You are using more hands than you have. Shut up. I do what I want. I do what I want. Okay, I'm out of luck too, so let's get it.
Let's get it.
Need a high roll. That's pretty decent.
That's
Yeah.
that's not just decent.
That's a 4 modifier.
max multiplier, baby. Let's see it.
All right, so modifier, or sorry, multiplier. I did multiplier and modifier together. 4. Just average, but that's good.
24. Hey, no, that's
Yeah.
fine. That is fine. Yeah. So you spray behind and just see a flurry of sparks flying off the hood of this thing as the car, or the AV rather, in the sky above you sustains some damage from that. Not a super high amount, but it's something. Rook, what are we doing with you?
Since this is a new combat, would I have the opportunity to call this in as a situation where a rogue corporate AV is firing on a civilian vehicle?
I like the twist. I like the twist. Go ahead. Yeah, let's accept the reroll. And at this point, yeah, you are driving through a busy enough area. You're putting this out as more of like a general call, right? Not just through Xavier. Like you
Yeah, this is like an actual, like, I'm ratting on them because that is kind of technically what they're doing.
That is technically what they're doing. Get a +1 on, or we'll treat your lawman, I should say, rank as 1 higher for the roll under on this.
Nice. And I roll a d10, right?
You do roll a d10, so you're rolling
Just double check.
4 or less, and they are.
Come on,
there.
baby.
No!
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, and
We need a successful backup once in this campaign. Just once.
yeah.
The
and
funny
so-
part is roll rank wouldn't even have mattered because both times that I've tried to roll that shit, I've hit a 10.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
It's a
but
deep travesty.
That is a deep travesty. So yeah, unfortunately, you get the all units are preoccupied. Currently searching for a missing vehicle. Yeah, and you.
We
get
know
the sense
nothing about
they're,
that.
They're dedicated to searching for your car, which is kind of what you wanted them to do, just not like that. So with that, it's the sniper's turn.
Oh shit.
So sniper.
Say it ain't so.
Anything they can do, I can do better.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Who are they
Yeah, I know.
shooting for, Charlie?
They're
The
shooting at
driver.
the tires of your car, and they are far enough back that that's a DB-13. Or no, it's not. Not for a sniper. Snipers are much farther out.
PV-15, yeah.
Yeah,
me
so
like
they
that.
actually do miss on them. Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
So yeah, but you see a bunch of sparks fly up as an armor-piercing round slams into the asphalt just behind one of your rear tires. Celsius, what are we doing?
I'm assuming I probably wouldn't know, or are there like their AV jets visible in this thing? Like I don't know the actual design of the
Yeah,
AV.
so an AV9 is typically like a sports model. So it's much more like the sleek kind of executive class ones you see in 2077, where they're
Okay.
kind of like long, kind of like cigar shaped. And they've got like just enough room basically for the pilot and maybe like 4 other people riding in the back. This one looks like it's been modified though to be more of a, like, again, very high speed interceptor. So this thing's got, it's got props on it. They're very small profile props along the bottom of it. 2 on either side. 1 near the front, 1 near the back.
Well, let's pick the one near the front, and let's go.
Holy fuck, that hit. Please roll me damage.
Wow.
That's not bad. Yeah, so 34 damage straight to the thing's hit points as you hit a weak spot. So you watch as the front left, from your perspective, it'd be the what would typically be the driver's side. The driver's side jet starts sputtering flame out the back as your armor-piercing round slaps against it, and just gets ingested through the props. For a moment, you see the AV dip down. The pilot needs to maintain it, so he is going to roll me a pilot air vehicle check here. He's going to be able to maintain it. But because of that damage, that's all he'll be able to do. So during the check this turn, it's just you guys rolling to see if you can get any kind of gain here, knowing that the thing you're up against is extremely fast. So Rook, if you would, roll me a drive land vehicle check, please. Oh yeah, all right. So you, for the fact that you have NOS, that is enough. Yes. So you keep pushing ahead of this thing. You guys gain a range bracket. So Matchlight, your move or your action is forfeited as we cycle over, and they've only fallen further behind you. Or well, no, your action's not forfeited. I'm so sorry. I was stuck on the. I'm holding my action. You avar'd them. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries, bro.
So we come to you now. They're about 50 meters behind you now. They've fallen considerably further back as you guys kind of get some momentum going here.
Okay, cool. Well, then I would like to hold my action to auto fire them when they come closer. This time for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rook.
Because will that be by the end of this round or no?
So
Do they roll it after the round concludes?
So it's technically between rounds. So I'd be willing to accept that, yeah, if they do get closer, that you then get.
Then I can take it. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think that's what I should do. Thank you.
'Cause it's technically before your turn at the top of the round that occurs. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my understanding of how like chase mechanic works is like whether you're pursuing or running, you have the opportunity as the driver of the vehicle on your turn to like take an action to try and close the gap, and then there's like a general this is how the chase proceeds at the top.
Yeah, it's because it's at the end of a chase round. All participants roll a control check for whatever vehicle they're in control of, and so depending on if the rolls, so if whoever succeeds a roll has the opportunity to gain ground, basically either to get further away if they're the lead vehicle or get closer if they're the chase vehicle. Whoever fails loses that ground essentially. So basically, if both gain, the distances don't change. If the lead car gains and the chase car doesn't, then they separate by 1 unit. And if both fail, nothing changes. So basically, you're looking for a difference. So if there's a difference, one succeeds, one fails, then the whoever failed suffers the consequences of that, effectively, if that makes sense. But then, yeah, on your turn, you can take more complex maneuvers. Like you could try and roll evasive maneuvers, and that thing can give you further kind of distance if you want to do that.
Could I? Well, I guess it would really only affect them. Could I try and drive more evasively so that any shots taken for the rest of the round are at a -1? Like, just try and make sure that I'm constantly going back and forth so that they always have that awkwardly moving target.
Gotcha. You know what? Yes, I will let you apply a -1 if you can roll high enough on a driveline vehicle check. Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's very good. Yeah. So you and do you kind of alert everyone else in the car, like, hold on guys, I'm gonna do something stupid here?
Yeah. I'm gonna try and keep you guys from getting shot. Hold on to the sides. Yeah. I'm just gonna start whipping.
Cool. So the sniper now is gonna take another attempt at shooting you here. Of course, it's only gotten worse for him. Yeah, totally misses that shot, even with the better ranges for him. Celsius, we come to you.
The real question is, what is the DV for a sniper right now?
It's a 50, it's whatever 50 meters would be, so give me two, so wait, that's the wrong one. I want to do this. So at 50 meters, a sniper rifle is firing at at 51 meters, which is the bracket they're in now. It's a DV-15.
Oh, that's not too bad. Let's use some discretion then.
Boy, I do love when you use some discretion in your violence.
Let's pick out another one of those little engines there, and let's see what happens.
Bang. Yeah, so you're not going to take the -1, but unfortunately
Nope.
that does miss.
Yeah, well,
Even then, that's still very good. So, next, the pilot is going to do their best to try and kind of push their vehicle closer. They're going to try and counter your evasive maneuvers. So they are going to roll against that 20 that you made and see if they can kind of match it, or else they're going to be suffering a penalty to keep up with you here. They cannot. So
on a 9-2, that feels good.
yeah. So so Matchlight, they did not get closer. So that now your action is worth it. What
Okay, gotcha.
are you doing this round?
If they didn't get closer, and they're 50 meters away.
51. Yeah. So they're in that 51 to 100 range bracket. So they're probably a DV22 now for your auto fire, or DV20.
I see.
I actually just had that up. Exactly. It is for an assault rifle at that range. They're a DV20.
20?
20, yeah.
Okay. Let's see what I could do.
Okay. That's a times
That's a multiplier
3
3.
multiplier. Yeah,
that's pretty
still
decent.
something. Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Okay. So 3 multiplier. And roll. That's good damage.
Holy,
Nice.
that's good damage. Yeah. So you see this slap into their AV, and you would see another one of their engines begin to sputter. Not quite as violently as the one that Celsius hit directly, but enough that this is clearly like destabilized. And you can tell like this is not going great for them. Rook. I forgot to have the pilots roll control checks. Could you roll me your driveline vehicle real quick?
Yeah. See how this goes.
You're doing great. Oh, shit. Yeah, so their air vehicle. I believe. Let me pull up my chase here. So both of you succeed your check. So the distances actually don't change this round. But that said, you've gotten quite the distance between you. So, on your turn now, what would you like to do?
Have we acquired enough distance to attempt the shaking? Keeping mindful to try and stay pointed forward.
Yeah, so you know that Dusty's being at the edge of the city. You now left the part of this route that requires you to be on open roads. There's a ton of side streets, alleyways, and other narrow pathways through the city that if you pick the right ones here, you can probably shake and keep them off your tail because they won't be able to follow you where you can drive. So, because again, this is a fairly small, compact land car. So, go ahead, roll me a driveline vehicle check if that's what you want to attempt.
Yup, let's see if we can shake them.
16. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have them contest it with their own at a -4. 2 because they're in the air, and 2 because they're struggling already with their engines. Different people. But no. So you for a sec there don't think you can lose them. You go careening down 2 different alleyways, zigzagging your way out onto a side street. And you watch and listen, and eventually the scream of those AV engines behind you gets fainter and fainter, and eventually dissolves back into the background noise of the city. And you think you've done it, and you've shaken them off your tail. So, that said, you still have the tracker in your car, and that might be a problem. So, with that, combat has ended. And you know at this point you're maybe 5 minutes from Dusty's chop shop here.
We got to do something about that fucking agent.
Yep,
Gotta do something about that. What? Sorry.
the agent.
We got to do something about that agent. They're just gonna keep showing up.
Yeah. Okay. So that being said, which one of us knows how to do this pretty well?
Someone's electronic security.
Mine is only 6. Anyone else?
Don't look at me. I'm driving and I'm a 3.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, I'm a 5, but I'll still roll it. I mean, I don't see why not.
I'll give it a shot since I have a 6. Yeah, I'm trying to locate where the tracker is on the device so that I can remove it, Charlie, just so that's clear.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, you're not quite able to find it. Like, obviously, this thing's very, very secure.
Okay, I'll hand it over to Celsius.
Yeah. 13. Yeah, you also having some trouble finding it. So, it's, I mean, unsurprisingly, like, these things are effectively, like, especially without a tech tool, they're pretty much, like, impossible to just, like, randomly disassemble and start tearing them apart. And it's possible that they just haven't installed the software, and the thing is locked down. So, there is that too.
We can just take what we've gotten. I mean, we got
the warehouse.
an address. Exactly. Yeah, we might just, yep, cut our losses.
I'm down to dump the phone.
All right, I'll throw it out the side of the door or side of the car.
Side of the car,
I mean,
okay.
The only thing I have to say against that is that what if there's information on the project on there? That's the whole reason they wanted to find her in the first place.
Well, one of the main reasons that we also wanted to find her was she was a link in the chain to somebody who knows even more, and we got an address to a place that should have more information, where that what's on that phone is probably just a taste of what's at that address anyways, and it's not worth being chased by that AV again, because I don't know how much more driving I got in me today.
All right, let's just find a gutter or something and throw it in it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so you just ditch it in the nearest storm drain. Basically, as soon as you guys kind of pop back out onto not a major street, but somewhere that's not a back alley, these kinds of places are littered with little storm drains.
Cool. So now we can take to the chop shop and drop off Turbo's card into safety.
Beautiful. All right. Well, let's go ahead and shift back over into atmospheric music.
Mr.
All right.
M,
What's up?
let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
What's your opinion on using your channel points for stuff for the crew when you're in the crew?
I mean, I will judge you depending on what it is. I get
So we're not.
I get right of refusal.
You don't want us to min max pretty much, right?
I get right of refusal, but you can throw them, and we'll see, because I can always refund them if I don't like it. And loading arms sub for shotgun. The other thing
Then the
too
12
is
days of gun miss.
I know where that is. I'd also know that is pretty min-max for you. That said,
No.
that said, I also get right of telling you when and where it drops. So,
All right, beautiful.
so it'll be in my queue for now.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I accept that
Gun.
the drop is there.
Guns on the final boss when the campaign ends. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cruel.
Yeah, that would be real asshole shit. I don't know that I would ever do that, but because yeah, that's like up. Okay, goodbye, 20,000 channel points. So you guys pull into this tiny garage near the edge of the city, at the edge of Haywood and New Westbrook, and you pull in. And you see this old, dusty-looking nomad, scraggly gray hair, come out, cigarette between his lips, double-barrel shotgun at low ready, And you can just kind of see him looking at the car that's just rolled in off the road. And like is trying to appraise like who the fuck is coming to my shop.
Turbo told me to bring his car here. He's hurt. We've got him taken care of, but I wanted to make sure his car was.
And he says, well, what kind of trouble you saying? Kind where I can expect badges knocking down my fucking door any second now, or?
No, nothing like that. Just some, probably gonna get some fines in the mail, but his gig pay will pay him out for that. Like I said, he's getting looked at right now. He should be back on his feet in a couple days max, then he'll be by to pick his car and tell you the whole story.
And this guy kind of looks you over like he's suspicious, obviously. It's like he can recognize, you can tell like his eyes kind of recognize the car because like when you mention Turbo, like he kind of like his eyes widen just for a sec, but then like continues to eye the rest of the car over and he's just saying, all right, fine, leave it here. But I swear, badges come from me. I will rat on every single one of you. I have no loyalty to you and yours.
That's fine. All I wanted to do was drop the car off.
Yeah, you can kind of feel his eyes on your back kind of following you as he, as you kind of drop it off. So from here, where are we going? Because you kind of drop it. He pulls it into the garage and shuts it behind just in case. So he gets it basically just off the street. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna check in on our net runner because has it been about a week at this point?
No, it's only been like 2 days. So you guys know where the warehouse is. So it's your choice. You can either go there without your net runner, or you can kind of wait for the week to be over because that's when you know he'll be out of therapy and actually able to help you guys.
Yeah, because this was at the end of my downtime, at least, that I was doing this.
Right. So the downtime allowed was like, technically, I think I gave each of you guys a few days. That is going to bother the shit out of me.
Fair.
So you guys took like 2 days to kind of get some things together. The week is something he had to take while you guys started the investigation without it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was saying. So, so if you guys want to take 5 days of downtime, we can check back in with Nyla after 2 or so hours of us running Neon Inferno tonight.
Yeah, we could do, that actually sounds like a really good plan because I could call Xavier, have him put some guys on just kind of casing the warehouse, trying to get us some like on the ground info from the sidewalk before we walk in blind. Look it up a little bit.
Okay. I can also go pick up my new suit.
Yeah, you'll get it before then, probably, yeah, because it'll be like 3 days from now is when you go in for that last fitting, and then you'll get it the next day.
Will Sam's vest be done by then?
Yeah, probably at the end of the week there, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so now we're going to cycle through to you, Nyla. So you spend a week. Yeah, you spent a week in, in and out of brain dance therapy in this quiet, blue lit room. The week is, it starts rough, obviously. Like those kinds of hallucinations kind of keep flashing into your mind of, at first it's of blue, of the black site, and kind of like what you had to do to get out of there. It's some of it kind of cycles through the more recent things like the fall of NCPD Precinct 1, the kind of fight you guys had to play for, taking down Kay and some of the, clear violence that was involved with that. Eventually, though, it cycles further back as you kind of think of the mission ahead of you. And this is kind of near the end. And while you're feeling better about it, and the shake into like that delusion is less violent, and it's becoming more like you're reminiscing in a not great way, you remember the faces of your parents and think about them for the first time in years, probably, since they disappeared. So yeah, I'll kind of let you take it from there, but like, I guess as you kind of come through the end of your therapy, kind of where are you at? Because you're not totally out of the woods. You're still kind of borderline on your personality, but like you're better than you were.
Well, I think the biggest difference between before my therapy and after is I can think clearly for the most part. And so I come out of it, it's like, oh, God, I can form a coherent thought. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I'm going to go upstairs to, I'm going to go look at Honey, and I say, hey, can you, is Pantera in right now?
Yeah. I mean, I think she's been up in the comm center pretty much all week. Things are still not the best out there. They've kind of chilled out for the moment, but yeah, I think they should be up there.
All right, shoot me up there real quick if you don't mind.
Yeah. You know, you've been doing much better, not spacing out on me nearly as much. So sure. And yeah. She plugs in a code and primes the elevator to send you back up to their kind of mission control.
And I'll look back before I go into the elevator and just wink at Honey. I'll see a therapist regularly.
Yeah, I would recommend that for at least the foreseeable future, because yeah, your brain was about as scrambled as the eggs I usually have for breakfast. So good job. Like,
I've heard weird compliments. Have a good day.
Yeah, exactly. So you ride the elevator back to the top of the building, and then into the mission control, and you can see Pantera there staring at a series of monitors, the same ones that you remember them kind of looking at beginning of the week, and it's kind of weird. It's like you've kind of got this perfect kind of bookend of your stay here. And they look back at you, hearing you enter, and just say, what is it?
I'm just checking in. I've been, out of commission for a week. Well, fill me in. What's going on?
I mean, city's taming itself out a little bit. Fires aren't burning quite so hot. Intel that we got was NCPD and Ziggurat seemed to really like a particular car flying down the highway. Said something about an exec of theirs getting kidnapped by a group of, sounded like edge runners, but they weren't quite sure on that front. So
Man, I wonder who they could be.
And you can see like just the general demeanor that Pantera has. They don't really, again, they kind of have that whole helmet on. But you get the sense that they're kind of rolling their eyes behind the helmet. So.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Cool. So they've been working and doing good. All right. Well, I'll rejoin them. But let me tell you, therapy gives you some good ideas.
Oh.
And I'm gonna. Don't worry about it. And I'm gonna head on out. I would like to spend my IP now.
Please. What are you spending?
I would like to spend 6 EIP and gain a rank in tech.
Hell yeah. Alright, let me add that to your sheet. Oh boy, guys, we've got a tech on the party again. First time since Blue. Alright, so you're Maker 1. And which 2 subspecialties are you putting that into?
1 in fabrication and 1 in upgrade, please. Beautiful.
Yep, you're set up.
Cool. All right.
And then
Well-
any other skills that you want to add IP to?
Yes. So that is 60 there. I would like to spend an additional 60 to get another rank in resist drug torture.
Okay, cool. Yes, just got that. Yep, so we're now at base 10 in that. Awesome.
All right, and I will go ahead and subtract both of that.
Cool. Everyone else,
Uh,
is there any IP that needs spending?
I'm good for now.
Okay. Cody, go.
I think I'm gold.
I think I'm also okay for the moment.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So then, Peacock, as you kind of are let loose from Danger Gal headquarters for the first time in a week,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
All right, well, I just want to see how excited my boys are to hear from me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, give one of them a call. I think I'm gonna give Celsius a call. I think that'd be fun.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Celsius, you hear your agent ring at the end of the week here. Just about the time, by the way, that you are getting into Jinguji and just finishing that fit on that suit that you ordered. So you are going to receive a suit of executive armor.
And remind me again, that's is that SP10 or 11? I mean,
SP11, yeah, it's equivalent to light armor, Jack. I've just added it to your sheet.
sick.
It should be, yeah, Terrell and Chiang executive armor. So, it technically is a TNC product, but this one is Jinguji tailored.
Cool. So I guess I'll. If you're calling me, or are you texting me or messaging me?
He's
Calling.
calling, yeah. Yep.
I'll answer it. What are you doing? What's up?
Yo, hey, what's good?
How's the brain?
Better. I can form a thought. Give me the status. Pantera was telling me that you guys, well, a group of edge runners, wink wink, were causing trouble in Watson.
Yeah, you hear the phone. You hear the agent sort of like go like get further away. I'm talking to the tailor. I'm like, yeah, no, that's good right there. That's fine. Oh no, we're good though. It was a little sketch, but we made it out okay, I guess. Not so well for Turbo's leg, but that's a story for when we actually get to meet face to face.
Got it. Okay. You got the corp, right?
Oh, we got her, and then we let her go on the road.
Cool. Info? Anything before
Yeah.
you?
Loads. We could have had more, but we got a warehouse off the coast here, old ziggurat building. She seemed to recognize the woman that matchlight flashed on his helmet, so we think it's pretty good information.
Cool. Where should I delta to?
That's a good question, friend. I'll shoot a message to the general group chat. I'm like, where are we gonna meet before we head to this place?
Well, it's on the coastline of what again? What area in Night City again?
So the address,
Mr. Emmy?
Coastline of Little Europe. The
Little
address
Europe.
she gave you was on Coastline Avenue. It's literally
Gotcha.
one of the westmost streets before you hit the beach.
Is there like a low key place to that we could get like grouped up together and then kind of do everything we need to do, like prep for the gig in Little Europe?
Always Short Circuit. There's that good old club. They've got VIP rooms and they don't typically ask questions.
Okay, yeah, I'll shoot back like Short Circuit question mark.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
All right.
And I'll
Cool.
head over there immediately.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, are we doing this like? Cause what time of day is it right now?
So it's relatively early in the afternoon, like 12, 1 o'clock, something like that.
Okay, cool. Well, that gives us time then, because what we can do is we can go over there and plan all day, and then do it at night, potentially.
And you said, Rook, that you were gonna have Xavier send a couple guys to case the joint.
Pretty much.
Okay, very cool. I'm gonna roll something for that. Oh hell yeah. Okay. So I assume before you head out to Short Circuit, you're getting the report from Xavier on like what his men found.
I would be inviting him to the meeting
Oh
to
hell
kind
yeah.
of brief
Okay.
everybody. I mean, he's the homie, dude.
Yeah, no,
Gotta invite
totally.
him.
So you head out, and he'll then just take you there with him in one of the cars, basically. And so the rest of you, I assume you're just hiring like combat cabs or something similar to get there.
Yeah, I think my lifestyle lets me do that for free.
Yeah, because you're on what? Good pre-pack?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So yeah, you get there. Yeah, no problem there for you. The others, you guys are on what? Generic pre-pack or?
I'm on the next tier. I don't remember what that is, but
It would be, well, it's generic then good. So generic pre-pack is.
oh, then I am on generic. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Gibble's below generic. So that's
Yeah.
the tiers.
I'm also just
Okay, so both of you are generic. So then, yeah, you guys could afford the ride because that's something I believe you can use. I believe it's once per week for generic. So you guys can get a ride out, and yeah, it'll get you to Little Europe to Short Circuit. So you all meet there. And
While we're wrapping up the impromptu downtime, I just want to make sure, because I would have checked, is Sam's jacket ready? I wanted to have his Kevlar so he has something for protection.
Yeah. So Sam would indeed have the light armor jack now available and put onto him. So yes.
Yes.
W.
The
Big
dog has fur now.
Dog has fur. Maybe just a little less than your, average dog. It is
It's
all
like a
metal
vest
and-
of fur on a metal dog.
Just, yeah, pretty much. But it is armored. So, at the very least, for as, weird as it might look, it is something. Because, again, this thing doesn't even have, anything resembling proper eyes. It's just, a single, mono visor. Think, RoboCop, and you've probably got a pretty good idea. But, yeah, I mean, it looks slightly more dog-like. But it's armored, which is the important thing. That's really what you were after right now. So
Sam is the best of boys. He went toe-to-toe with FBCs, and nobody can take that away.
so you guys gather up in Short Circuit. I'm assuming, given that this is where you guys are going to kind of meet to be secure, you tell Xavier this ahead of time. Xavier would book out the VIP under the PI firm. So now that you have to pay for this. So you guys all head up to the VIP room, as you kind of arrive there. And as soon as the last of you arrives, the door gets shut. The room's muffling electronics are engaged. And Xavier looks over at all of you and just says, all right. So, we've been casing the warehouse. Seems, honestly, pretty nondescript. Not a lot of security either. If it is truly the site of some kind of black project of theirs, you could fool me. Security seems to be a couple corpo guards, seem to do shift changes every 6 hours or so, getting fresh eyes, running the perimeter. As far as we could tell, place has cams, a couple on the edges of each face of the building. As far as we could tell, no blind spots, nothing that seems to be like an explicit vulnerability. Anytime people would wander nearby, guards would kind of tell them to get the fuck, out of there. No one seemed to want to test them, so between the riots and the fact these guys have assault rifles, no one really wanted to fuck with them, find out. So yeah, that's kind of what we've gotten from it.
Are there guards on the rooftop?
Didn't look like it. Looked mostly like they're street level. So, but
Well,
there
then
aren't
we
a
can
lot
enter in
of
from the
other.
rooftop.
There aren't a lot of other buildings nearby that seem to be quite as tall as this one. It seems like it kind of dominates its local area, so they might not be too worried about any kind of infiltration from there. Ground level seems to be surrounded in fencing, barbed wire, single gate, entrance exit for the compound.
We can probably enter in through the rooftop.
I mean, how do
And then
you
we can
figure-
skip up. Well, when we did the, no offense, sorry, NCPD heist, where a lot of your comrades were gunned down mercilessly, we were able to enter in from the roof, and it proved more effective because a lot of times, a lot of the security, including personnel, are more on the ground floor. So not that we won't have any resistance, but we might have less of it if we go in through the top. And even if there's not a door there, right? So maybe there will be a fire escape, and if all plans fail, then we can bring some C9.
I mean, getting up there is going to be a little bit of a challenge. I think the nearest rooftop is a good, 40 meters away, and a good 15 shorter. So accessing the roof might be a problem, unless you plan on flying something over it.
Right, that is what we plan on doing,
Okay.
potentially. There was a guy who helped us with the NCPD gig, so we could talk to him again.
Sure. Yeah, that's an option. Be loud, probably. Probably notice you. But they seem to be, at the very least, observant. So just know that that's what you're up against. Guards that are good at what they do.
Yeah, well, there are cams everywhere on the bottom floor, and there's also personnel on the bottom floor, so that we're probably gonna get noticed no matter what. So if we go into the top, we might just have less resistance.
Sure. That is an option. Any other questions? Insights, things that you need to know?
What were the guards equipped with? What did they have?
Looked pretty well equipped. Looked like basic kind of security uniforms. Looked armor jacked enough. Guessing something light. Didn't look like they were, they're not decked in Metal Gear or anything ridiculous. They just got some basic armor, basic bulletproof vests, assault rifles. Judging from what it looked like they might have some, relatively minor external cyberware, limbs, things like that potentially, but nothing excessive. So unless they've got some crazy stuff under the hood, which again, we weren't able to get that close, so we're judging solely based on binoculars, optics, things like that we have to magnify things, but those can only catch so much. We don't know what's inside. Could be that they have a whole group inside ready to support the outside if it comes to it. If it is the kind of place that your source was describing it as.
I mean, you found some good info out. Like, good job finding out when the shift rotation was, because if we go in like 30 minutes to an hour before like a midnight shift change, that's probably going to be our best bet of slipping into at least the main force undetect.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best shot you're gonna get, if I had to guess. Shift change seems about 15 minutes on the hour. When one round ends, someone else comes out and replaces them during that. You've got about a 15-minute window where their senses aren't as keen or sharp as they could be. It seemed to be when we could get closest to the facility overall.
Was there anywhere that you could see any control nodes, anything like nearby the cameras that potentially could be fiddled with, hacked into, etc.?
I mean, we didn't see any external ports, if that's what you're asking. We also don't have a lot of wireheads on the team, so it's entirely possible your runner finds something that we couldn't.
Do you know where they go when they go off their duty?
I mean, seems like they just go inside. Every so often, you know, vehicle or two would leave the compound or come in, but mostly it seemed like those were shipping things. So unless they're riding in and out on the trucks, they seem to be
Shipping.
pulled up there. Yeah, really small. Think box trucks, maybe enough to carry in a pallet or two of goods. But it doesn't seem like they're moving a lot of things in or out of there.
You know, is it always the same model?
Looks like it. Ziggurat labeled. And, you know, like I said, small. Real small.
I wonder if we could use one of those transports to get one of us in there.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, that's very smart.
We have me go in like a big crate. It's a little cartoonish, but so stupid it might work.
Yeah, it might. And then after you shut it all down, I guess we can try to silently take out, you know, all of the guards who are blocking our way towards one entrance. And then we'll go into the entrance and you can kind of guide us through with the cameras and tell us where to go, where not to go, things like that, provided you have access by that point.
I should
And
have
then-
access by that point.
And then we just need to have a getaway lined up, which could be when
Same.
the Nomad comes in.
Yeah. Same
We
car
could
we
get-
drive in.
Well, right.
Xavier
That's one way of
kind of like scratches his chin a little bit and he says, now, if Brooke was telling me right, you guys expect to find people there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
transport needs to account for that too. How many people are you expecting to be able to pull out of there? Or planning to try and extract?
Possibly upwards of 8 to maybe a dozen.
A lot of people. A lot of a hidden facility and make no noise.
Yeah.
Well, we've never been good at keeping from making noise anyways. It's more like get in as far as possible before we start making. It's usually how this goes.
Okay. How safe is it to case the joint? How close were you able to get?
I mean, nearest pass, when we got, you know, that 15-minute window or so to kind of get close during their shift change. I don't know, maybe 10 meters from the fence line. And then it's another probably 20 beyond that to the building itself.
Shit, okay.
So, yeah, we didn't want to get that much closer. We thought the cams might catch us then. We don't know if it's people or programs behind it, so didn't want to take our chances.
No, I understand. Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we could try and track one of those trucks, see where they go, try and take one on the way there, like bring in the whole crew under the guise of delivery coming in, and then we'd have the box truck to get anybody else out that we could get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Sel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we found out the route of the trucks, do you think you could get a sniper shot on the driver?
So the entire time, like, you sort of notice that I haven't really said anything until now, and I've been growing impatient. I'll be like, of course I could fucking do that, but not one of you motherfuckers even noticed my new suit. I'm ashamed.
I thought something was different.
Yeah, and you're noticing now, like, as he said this, he's decked out in this, like, very stylishly put together, kind of like, almost like fire and ice sort of motif, like, silk suit that's, like, perfectly tailored to him.
Wait a minute. I just had an idea. Hey, Em, crazy question. How much do I look like my dad?
Ooh. I'm gonna roll on that, because that is a great question. That is a great question. Let's find out together, shall we? Okay. You resemble your mother a bit more strongly, but there are some features about you that you actually align with your dad. However, it's both your parents in there.
Right. So I could look like my dad. Oh. I might have to cross-dress for this one. How likely could I make myself look like my mom?
Ooh. That's a... Fuck. Roll me wardrobe and style.
Okay.
Let's see, and feel free to give yourself your bonus from your agent on this check as well. Because this would be something your agent could help you calculate.
Oh. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. I meant to give myself a +2 with my luck.
You think, given a couple days to kind of like go out, find the things you need to like really dress up, and given some eddies, you could probably make yourself pretty convincing.
Well, it's funny, actually. Because I just put a rank in Maker.
You did?
I could fabricate
You could.
an outfit.
You could. It would require a basic tech roll, plus your fabricate.
Peacock.
And
The cosplayer.
you'd be looking at beating a DV 21. Because what you're trying to make is probably on the level of business wear. Which is all 500 Eddie stuff. But
Right.
so you're looking at a week to fabricate it if you go that route.
How much would it cost to just get it from Jingushi?
500 eddies per piece, probably. So, and you know that to make a convincing outfit, you're going to need a business wear shirt, jacket, and if anyone sees your lower half, you're probably going to need pants as well. The shoes, depending on how hard you want to go, are also part of it. But that's like your typical corpo wear is shirt, pants, jacket, shoes.
Could
all
I-
of them costing 500 apiece.
I know this would be really kind of metagamey, but could I make that fabrication expertise now? No, you know what? Because in the rules it states that if you fail, you just lose it. You midway through you.
Burn half your
Yeah.
time. Yeah, so it's gonna be like a 3-day. Yeah, you'd waste 3 days basically.
Ugh.
So it's up to you. Yeah, that's down to
Is
kind
this-
of how you want to prep for it.
That it could be the plan, but I feel like we should ask everyone.
I mean, everyone, you can kind of hear him kind of talking this out loud. Like,
So,
yeah.
so guys, and I promise I'm not crazy, not anymore. Maybe a little. What if I dressed up like my parents?
Well, we would need to have like a believable reason why your parents would be going to a facility where they, keep unwanted individuals and like enemies of the corporation.
No, my parents are part of the project, remember?
Well, not really. You never really talked to us too much about this.
Well, this was in the briefing that
This was
Filter gave all of you. Like,
Oh, it was. That's true. Yeah. Okay.
So.
Do you think you can?
So
you have
when
the skill necessary to be able to pull off that kind of acting work?
I can certainly try. The look
Yeah.
would help.
well, look what.
You know what? Hang on. There's something I can actually look into. Hey, how much does a poser chip cost?
Poser. Ooh. One moment. Allow me to check. Because I think what we'd be looking at there is a skill chip for acting, but I'm going to double check.
No. A poser chip is its own cyberware.
Yeah, give me a sec. Because that's must-have cyberware deals, I think. Oh, is that in volume 3? Let me find out. 12 Days of Cyberness. Yep, that is in volume 3. Okay. It's 500 eddies according to LCC in chat. Let me... there it is. So it's either 500 expensive or 1,000 very expensive. And it is chipware, chip overloaded with feedback circuits, forcing the user subconsciously copy the vocal patterns, nervous gestures, and body language of the persona written into it. While installed as a chipware socket, this grants a +4 to acting checks to impersonate the persona. Should the character not fight against the chip and roleplay the impersonation, this bonus increases to +5. Poser chips based on famous individuals created using hundreds of hours of publicly available footage cost 500 eddies. Chips based on private individuals using at least 10 hours of footage cost 1,000.
Fuck.
You're looking at 1,000, and it is a 4d6 humanity loss to take it.
Man, that edge is looking so.
That edge is, you can hear the breeze rising up off of it.
Okay, all right. I don't like either of these, but both these plans are going to take too much time, regardless, or too many eds. It's just not economical.
Yeah, it just depends how you want to play it.
I mean, I like the truck idea. Let's just Trojan horse these bastards.
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So now we need to find where the trucks that leave go,
Yeah,
and
so,
do that kind of legwork here.
So at that mention, Xavier actually says, as far as we can tell, they use an access road off of the highway to approach and they use a couple of routes, but they seem relatively standardized. So odds are, based on the observations we made over the last week or so, I can probably get a schedule put together from the data that we have in our reports. We didn't think to collate that neatly. So it might just take me a day or two to get that put together, but we could probably get it down to something where it's relatively predictive.
I mean, would it speed things up if we helped you?
Yeah, if you guys want to help,
Yeah.
I'm sure, especially your wirehead here, probably could get it, figured out rather fast. I hear you guys are pretty good at collating data quickly.
Send me the schedules, I'll get it done.
Yeah, I'll send you reports. That's something we can do.
Okay, so then let's say Peacock's data is enough. Then yeah, we'll be good to run the gig, possibly even tonight. But if it's not enough, then yeah, whatever kind of reconnaissance you're planning on doing, I know at least I want in.
Okay. I mean, you're welcome to join them on any kind of stakeout. I've still got a guy on the ground down there right now. Obviously, keeping his distance. Found out there's a lovely scop dog stand that they apparently installed down near a boardwalk. It says he's been frequenting the place.
Bet. Well, let's get on it.
All right. Yeah, and so it takes a little bit of time, Peacock, but eventually you do get the data for the schedule about an hour later. Basically, once they're able to kind of collate it and get it to you in a form that's not completely disorganized. That said, there's a lot of data. It's like, a week's worth of like fairly detailed stakeout notes from the PIs that have been keeping an eye on the place. So, to kind of dig through it and make sense of it, could you roll me a library search, please?
Sure. Library search.
Oh yeah, okay. So you dig through it for a few hours, and eventually you're able to kind of stitch together a rough schedule. It does look ever so slightly randomized, but you think that you can get it down to an approach from one of two routes, basically in a given time slot. So you're able to eliminate at least one of the three approaches in any given time slot on any given day, and give a fair amount of confidence to like one of the two remaining. But it's not perfect. Like it's not 100% guaranteed it's coming from any one direction. There's like every few any like time slot you're looking at that these deliveries have occurred in, it seems like they arrive roughly twice a day, and the time slot seems more or less determined on which day of the week we're talking about. But there's like an outlier in each of the slots during that week of time, basically, that seems to suggest like, okay, this arrived an hour later than it should have, or from a direction that, based on the other data, it should be arriving from path A and instead it comes from path B. But yeah, you're able to get it down to a fair level of confidence at least, that like, okay, this should be the place it approaches from. If it doesn't, it'll come from, route.
So, this is going to be an odd question. Because this kind of looks like they're intentionally scrambling their travel routes, would it be fair to assume that there's some sort of order in the way that they are messing it up?
You're looking to see if there's like
a pattern.
Yeah. So you want to make a pattern out of the noise. That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me education.
You got it.
Okay. It's hard to determine. Because noise by its very nature is random, right? It's chaotic. Using the methods you know, and obviously this is something you haven't had to do for a while, kind of like breaking through something that wasn't a program and therefore wasn't like pure algorithm on a screen in front of you. You feel like there might be a pattern here, but you aren't able to quite decipher what it is.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Can I get out a piece, something to write on?
Yeah. I mean, you've got your computer, you've got your agent, both of them have the function to do that.
I'm gonna make a graph. The x-axis being the dates and the y-axis being A, B, and C for each of the roots.
Okay.
And I want to plot out, because Xavier was watching them over the course of the week, right?
Right.
So I want to, on this, basically put like a check mark on the days and the routes in which they did show up, and an X's where they didn't. And then from there, that's where I want to see if I can treat it more like a algorithm puzzle and attempt to use cryptography.
Okay, sure. Roll that for me with a +1 for the complementary skill.
Okay.
All right. You look over the data and you like really look at like close over with like exacting level of detail. And as you do, yeah, a pattern does begin to emerge. And you now refined your process down to one route with like 95% confidence, which you know is like probably about as good as anyone gets with random systems like that. Like you can't, you know, you've got a relatively small sample size, but you feel like you're peering through as much as you can the randomness of this.
Yep, nothing in life is guaranteed, so this is as good as I'm gonna get. All right.
Yes.
And I'll go ahead and say, okay, we doing this tonight? In the group chat?
Yeah, so for the rest of the time while he's figuring that out, because I believe Matchlight, you said you wanted to stake out the place with Rook's guys, right?
If there wasn't like a significant return on Peacock's data, which it sounds like there kind of was, right? Like
there really is. Yeah, like he thinks he's got this pattern totally figured out.
Then
so,
yeah,
like,
I don't need to.
Confidence. Yeah.
So we are all good.
Okay. Cool. Anything else from anyone in the intervening hours? Anything any equipment you're buying? Any of that?
Oh, equipment I'm buying. But that's different.
I mean, you got a couple hours, so it's presumed that you probably have the time to do that.
I will change back into my normal light armor jack though, because if there are cameras, I don't want to be noticed by my suit.
Sure. Yeah, that's for a different leg of the op, as I understood it.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm all stocked up. I don't shoot much.
Sick. All right.
I should be.
Okay. Perfect. Then before we dive into this, just because we got like an hour left, but there are one or two things I actually need to prep on this, and I am really hungry, so I would like to take a quick break, just for a snack and to kind of program this out. Call it like. Be back here in, I don't know, at 45 maybe. Just to give me 15 to eat a snack real quick and prep the last few things I need for this.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
For intermission.
All right, cool guys. Then yeah, don't go anywhere. If you're watching this on YouTube later, it'll be like 5 seconds for you guys. If you're watching here on Twitch, we will be back in about 15 minutes, so don't go anywhere. Hey everyone, it's Emmerron here. I just want to thank you for watching the show. here on YouTube, like and subscribe. And go follow us over on Twitch, you gonk. We do a live show over there. We even chat with you after it's done. So come and join us, Mondays, 7 p.m. Arizona time. See you there in the dark future tunes. And we're back. Hello, everybody. Thank you for giving me a moment so that I did not feel lightheaded anymore from lack of food. That was very nice. So now that we are past our break here, so you guys were gearing up to intercept one of these trucks that was inbound to deliver goods. So the next shipment, once you've kind of uncovered this, it's probably about 4 or 5 at night. Next shipment is due around 8 o'clock, per the schedule that Peacock has so lovingly and meticulously figured out. And there is a north route, south route, and east route into this facility. In Peacock, you can say with, again, that 95% certainty that the shipments are probably coming from the north route on this next shipment. So it just depends how far before it reaches the facility you guys want to try to intercept it.
Well, that depends. We're gonna station cell to make a sniper shot, right?
That sounds decent.
I mean, do you trust me?
Trust you to make a sniper shot after Atlantis?
And then also, we can get wheels just in case we need them, in case the shot misses or someone else takes a wheel or they start driving off. So we should hire a nomad real quick, and let's not have their leg get blown off this time.
Well, why'd you have to go and chase it?
I mean,
shouldn't have said anything.
He said
I bet you
hasn't had it yet. He's just left it open for the possibility that it could happen. That doesn't. The fact that it could happen doesn't preclude them from the round.
You're just making it worse.
My
Your-
job as a GM is to make it worse. I think you forget that.
Yeah, but I
Your
like that
nomad-
idea. We have Cell go up and be like the hunter in the deer blind, and then we're on the ground in a car just in case, or not even just in case, when he hits it to get there and retrieve it and like get that moving.
Okay.
All right,
I'm just going for a straight up headshot or what?
Yeah, I mean that's the most effective way to do it.
You're the professional here.
And this is your realm of expertise, my friend.
All right, Solo, kill the guy.
Right. Just gotta get me with an optimal range so I can actually line the shot up. That's it.
So this is the part, Cody, where I remind you of a couple things on your solo points. Thing number 1, you do have fumble recovery on right now. However, if you go for precision attack, you can get as much as a +2 on your shot on top of any other bonuses you already have, like taking time and all of that.
That sounds fun. Let's
So-
see, hold on.
You wouldn't. So yeah. So right now you've got 2 in spot weakness, which is a +2 to the first damage you deal every round, and fumble recovery. You could take all of those points though and transfer them over to precision attack, which is for every 3 points you put in there, you get a +1 to the attempt.
Already done.
Bet. Okay. So from here, so you guys are gonna find a spot that has a nice clear view of the road, presumably, and let Celsius set up while the rest of you just kind of chill nearby.
Yeah, could I try to roll tactics to find a good perch?
100% you can. Absolutely. And if you do this well enough, it will give him a +1.
Yeah, could I get a complimentary skill because of my marking of the north route?
100%. Yep.
Cool. Oh.
6. Yeah. So, sadly, your mind is not really built for that in this particular instance. It's an area you don't know well, and you're a little bit distracted besides with the idea of like, okay, like if this goes well, you might be seeing your parents before the night's out.
Yep. And the voices are still there, kind of.
I mean, I'll look at the route myself. Why not?
Yeah. So, you know,
So sorry, who's our driver?
well, the driver, if you're hiring a car to like be with you the whole time, more or less.
Yeah, at least to get this done in case so misses his shot, or just in case it's needed for any other reason.
So, there's a so you presumably still go through the Sand Vipers because they're the ones you guys know. And with Turbo out of commission for a little bit here while his leg recovers, they send you a guy by the name of Rusty. Now, Rusty, he is an old timer. The car he pulls up in is probably even more ramshackle than the one that Turbo came up in. It does not have the redeeming feature of it seeming to look like a race car. If anything, Rusty's looks like a beat up old like amalgam. It looks long, it looks ugly, but he looks capable. And most humorously, when you kind of put the request on like, yeah, we'd like a guy whose legs will stay attached, Rusty comes out and you can see 2 cyber legs that looks like they were both old enough to have seen the South Am Wars in the early 2000s. So he'll meet you guys probably not far from Short Circuit once you guys kind of have your strategy put together. And it'll just be like, so we doing this thing or what?
Yeah, that's why you're here.
Well, beautiful. All right. Just tell me where I'm going and I'll get you there.
Sounds good. All right, go ahead, Mr. Celsius.
Yep. So Celsius, with that tactics check, there is a place along the suggested route that Nyla's drawn up for you. Peacock has drawn up for you. It is an old abandoned high-rise that that once you kind of like consult with the rest of the group, Peacock, you actually recognize this is one of the old party houses that the piranhas used to use a lot. It's not currently, to your knowledge, at least in use by anyone except maybe some odd squatters here or there. But you still remember how to jimmy open the locks on this thing, which makes for a beautiful spot for the 2 of you to kind of like get in there and set him up in one of the higher windows. Low visibility for him, from the outside, so there's less of a chance of him being spotted, and a perfect clear view of the roadway that the truck should be coming in on.
Works for me.
All right.
Beautiful.
So now, of course, comes the part where we need to figure something out. Was he right? He was. That is under a 95. So therefore, you see the truck come into view. Almost exactly as Peacock predicted it, within like 30 seconds of the time frame that his information suggested. So you see it slowly kind of coming into view off of the highway, just ahead of you. So the rest of you, as Celsius is getting lined up for his shot on the 3rd story of this abandoned Con-Up complex, what are the rest of you?
We'll probably be like in a ditch kind of off the road nearby
Sure.
in the car, and then pretty much just waiting to speed out when the shot has been taken.
Yeah, I'd assume we'd be chilling in like an alley or something in the car waiting to pull out onto the street once we hear that shot ring.
Yeah, there is an alleyway relatively close by that's a pretty straight shot onto the main road if it, if you need to like cut them off. Celsius, as you look up at this truck, you're seeing two bodies in the front. You see a driver, and you see what appears to, at least through your scope, be some kind of embedded security.
All right. Well, I'll message the group and tell them, hey, we've got more than just a driver, so we might want to prep for when I take the shot to try to rip the guy out of the passenger seat, possibly if the truck stops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move on this fast.
Yeah, and we'll communicate all this with Rusty.
Beautiful. Says, I mean, I can cut a motherfucker off. That ain't no problem.
Perfect.
All right. So, Celsius, you've been waiting here for a little bit. You've got your time bonus. You have a complimentary skill bonus. You have a +2 off of your precision attack.
So do I need to add anything to the actual roll for prepping?
Let me... I'm curious.
I've got a sniping scope, so I can check that off for a +1.
Yeah, that's also... That one should automatically add. So let me see. What all effects does this add for us? It doesn't auto-add the sniping scope, but... Discretion was the one that had the sniping. That you wanted to add the sniping scope to, right? No. What else does discretion have in it? Oh, it's already got a sniping scope. So its sniping scope should auto-apply. I don't think you need to add anything, and I can add things after the check if for some reason, for example, like precision attacks mods or something aren't included. I'll just consider the number to be too higher than it actually is. So yeah, the only mods you need to account for are the complementary skill and the taking time, which are each a +1.
Okay, so I need to add +2 to the roll.
Yes, add +2 to the roll, and then it should auto-add the remainder. And if for some reason the mods come out to less than +4, I will, or I guess in your case it'd be +5, because of the fact that you also have the sniping scope. Yeah, everything should be good. DV you're firing against, because you have all the time in the world to make sure it's the best possible range for you. It's a DV 13.
All right, let's do it. Oh.
Oh man. Ooh. I almost feel bad for the guy. Goddamn, Cody. What a fucking shot. Roll me damage.
Hold on here. Rolling damage for... Okay, no mod. No spot weakness.
16 damage straight to the fucking head. Did I mention this? The delivery driver didn't have a helmet on.
I would assume not, unless it's Militech or something.
I mean, it's corporate transport. There was always a chance, but you just see this guy's cap get blown wide open by the 50 caliber AP round that you've just lodged through his skull sponge, and he drops dead in his seat almost immediately. And the auto brake from the interface plugs he was using disconnecting suddenly just forced the thing to a sudden halt. You can see the security guard start to move. However, he does have a helmet, but you do have the time before he's like fully out of the car to make a second shot. In the intervening seconds as this thing's rolling to a halt.
You don't have to tell me twice.
You will not get the bonuses from taking time or complementary skill, but everything else apply. It's still okay, roll that damage. Let's see what that comes out to.
Holy shit.
Hold on, I'm doing some math real quick. Hold on. 'Cause that's... plus...
Cody, how you liking your point and click adventure?
I point the barrel, I click the trigger, and boom, there goes his brains. Okay. It's not a kill. It's not a kill. However, let me, it might be. Well, yeah, no, that won't be a kill, because the guy has light armor jack. I already know that for certain, but,
I mean, 18 plus critical injury, I'll take it.
plus 10, yeah, plus a critical injury, because the crit injury damage also doubles, because it's to the head.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So this is security operative. Here he is. This poor motherfucker is, he's about to hurt a lot. Let me apply that damage to this guy. So, wham! That's 20.
First point to click adventures.
Yeah. Critical injury to the head. Damaged ear. So you actually, as this guy's like leaning to get out of the car, you throw around and it just skids along the side of his face and just slams through his earlobe. Like it is gruesome. He is not dead, but he is now aware. And he is immediately like taking a position behind the door to try and aim up at you. So, ladies and gentlemen, could I have everyone else roll me stealth really quick with a +2 because you guys are not in the main road by any means?
Well, I wasn't going to try and be hiding. Once those shots started to ring out, I didn't want to interrupt you, but after probably the first shot and you hear it skid to a stop, I'd be patting Rusty on the shoulder like it's our time to move.
Yeah, this is more to see if he notices you guys. This is determining if you guys get an ambush round or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it's possible he could have noticed the car, but maybe not. 13's still not bad. And then Connor.
Yeah, plus this dude just got a free ear piercing. He might be hurt enough. He's a little off his game.
Connor, are you there?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Could you roll me a stealth check with a +2?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot the +2, so that's a 15.
That's a 15. Okay, cool. Yeah.
There it
That's
is.
a 14. Okay. Let me see if this guy's perception is good enough. Where is your perception, good sir? There it is. No, it's not. Holy fuck. Okay.
You fail.
So Rusty just floors and he says, all right, gentlemen, buckle the fuck up. And he just hits the gas. This thing goes careening out into the middle of the intersection. Just as this thing kind of like swerves sideways ever so slightly, skidding to a stop. You all get an ambush round on this poor motherfucker. Please, everybody. We will just give each of you an action and obviously your movement. But he pulls about 12 meters ahead of the truck as you guys roll to a stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop out and hit him with the beast. Get that out of the way.
Very cool. Roll it. Roll the hit check.
Nut arms beast shotgun.
That's a hit. Roll me damage.
Let's see damage.
Jesus Christ, that's 14 damage. All right, so that hurt him. All right, so that's you, Rook. Matchlight, we'll do you next.
Okay, I will use my pop-up Militech Perseus,
Mm-hmm.
and I will shoot him.
Okay, roll me the attack.
Okay, here it is.
That's a hit. Roll me damage.
That's really bad damage.
Yeah, that I don't even think we'll get through his armor, unfortunately. Yeah, that's
All
just
good.
incredibly low. So that rebounds, and then finally, Peacock, what are you doing?
I'll go ahead and I'll shoot him with my Perseus.
Oh, I
Give
almost
that
a
forgot
try.
Sam is with me. Is he close enough to run up and bite?
I don't think Sam perceives it as a threat yet to do it without an action.
Okay.
And
Let
then
me
roll
make
me
sure
the
I'm
damage on
targeting.
that. That's a hit.
Yeah, let me make sure I'm targeting.
You are. Yep.
Cool.
Okay. That's a bit better.
That will-
He's still up. So now we
That's
roll
okay.
everyone into initiative. So I'm gonna activate this guy. And activating all of you. All right, Matchlight, you're up first. Go ahead.
Nice. Alright. You're gonna hate the way this looks.
Do I?
I didn't get a chance to fix it. I changed my dice. They look like the puke emoji pretty much.
I'm so sorry.
Here's my first shot. Oh no, they didn't change. That's fine.
All
Okay,
right.
first shot there.
Yep, roll the damage. All right.
That's better.
And
Okay.
that'll down this motherfucker. So you all
Nice.
literally roll up and just come out guns blazing, and it's immediate, just like surround the guy and just bam, 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 bam. This guy just drops dead. And Rusty leans out the side of the car. Well, shit, damn, that is some fast fucking work. All right, you need me anymore?
No, just, stay in the area and we'll give you a holler if we do. If you don't mind.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'll stick around. Probably find me over by, I don't know, there's a nice strip club near here. I'll make myself at home and keep my agent on ring, you know?
Alright, Rusty.
Yeah.
Not too much fun.
Yeah, and so
you enjoy
yeah,
yourself, old man.
so yeah, he pulls away and leaves the rest of you here. So you guys have a truck and 2 dead ziggurat operatives.
So here's what I'm thinking. Match, you're the driver, Rook, you're the muscle, and I'm the payload. Does that sound good?
One more time?
You'll drive the truck, Rook will be the impersonating the muscle, and I'll be riding in the back as the payload.
And
Okay.
then what about Celsius?
So,
I could fit in a crate.
you want to join me?
Sure, I can crate it up.
Oh, dude.
Hell yeah.
The Netrunner and the Solo infiltrate the facility. Oh god, this is gonna be great. All right, so
Let's get it done.
cool. So in order to do that, obviously you guys need to get in the back of the truck.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure it's just like a latch lock you'd find on a U-Haul.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, well, I guess we gotta find out what they're carrying.
Might
One
be
thing-
human cargo.
The one thing you're noticing is this latch lock does appear to have a lock on it.
Okay.
We're gonna have to run the bodies for clothing and stuff anyways if we're gonna try and impersonate them. Were there any keys?
That's the funny thing about this lock. It's a combo lock, not a standard key lock.
Fuck. Okay. All right. Hang on. Let me take a look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Can I mean, I guess I would start this off with a pick lock.
Yeah, you can still try to shim it or something like that.
Right. I'm just trying to. Yeah, let's just start it off with could I basic tech as a complementary skill?
To understand how the lock works.
Yeah, to see like is this one of those locks that like when you click the vibration and you land on the right one, there's a different sort of click. Maybe.
I think, yeah, that's gonna be so. Yeah, it's basic tech to understand the lock, basically. Yeah. Go ahead. Okay. So with an 18, this is maybe a little unfortunately for you. Not one of those. What you have is a Master Lock C32. You can unlock it with a Master Lock C32. It's not one of those super shitty locks. However, what it is, this type of lock, does have some security features in it, making it just a little harder than average to pick. But if you give yourself enough kind of time, getting this open shouldn't be beyond your skills, because I know you know how to pick locks pretty well, and you do have picks and stuff that should cooperate with you on doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we'll take that as a complimentary +1 to lock pick skill.
All right. Perfect. Okay.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, you just immediately get in there, and you just start kind of like testing the different kind of dials and things like that, and essentially just feeling for tension on each of them, and eventually, yeah, you're just able to kind of like soft pick the lock without knowing the combo. The combo, funny enough, when you get it done, is 9742, because you are able to figure out what it is after you've finished picking it because of pin placements and stuff. But yeah, you yank that off, and ta-da, you're into a truck.
9742. Good to know.
Goddamn.
Cool. All right. Well, Sal, this is our home.
Yeah, I'm guessing I'm already out of the building and headed to the truck.
Yeah, I assumed that once you were done taking shots at this and you'd seen both of them drop, you started heading back to the street.
So what's in the back of the truck is the real question.
Yeah,
let's find out.
That is a great question. So you open up the back of the truck, and you guys might be expecting to see, you aren't really sure, right? Crates or something that got mentioned a lot. You might think you're not sure, what all goes into something like this. Tech, maybe computers or something. What you find in the back of this box truck are two things. The first is a relatively large crate labeled Continental Brands. The second are two cryo tanks that are frosted over, but you think you see the form of what might be bodies inside.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
So yeah, two cryo tanks and a Continental Brands crate of some kind.
Do they look like they have wires attached, like they could be alive?
Well, the tanks are frosted over, so you get the sense that at the very least they've been frozen recently.
Okay, okay. That's morbid. What's in Continental Brands?
So the box is sealed with another basic lock. This one is, again, one that you could pretty easily lockpick. This one is more like this is a Master Lock C32. You can unlock it with a Master Lock C32. So you know to pick this one is probably like child's play, especially if you got through the other. So go ahead and roll me one more pick lock check. Surprisingly, this thing is a little bit resilient.
In Matchlight, this needs a more delicate touch.
Well, you're looking at the wrong guy.
I was being sarcastic.
Okay. I mean, I can just, and I'll pull out my Perseus and just shoot the lock.
Beautiful. Yeah, just roll me the hit check to deplete the round and then damage. Yep.
What do you think ammo just grows on trees these days?
It's basic. It's an eddy.
One eddy, baby. Yeah, that's nothing. Yep, and that immediately you just hear the poof as this thing just explodes the lock. Crate's open.
All right. Okay. I see we're not going for delicate.
Yep.
All right. Let's open this up.
So inside, you see several cases that are labeled kibble, human grade, and then there's like a variety of flavors. You got one case that's pizza, one that's just original, one that's bacon dump burger, one kiwi. Yeah.
Oh, so it just looks like it's like rations for the people that might be keeping there.
Yeah,
is that kind of what we're intuiting?
Each of these cases, you know, would probably be enough to feed a person for roughly a month.
Okay, cool. And then, is there any way that by looking at the cryo chambers, like, we can determine who's in them? Is there like some sort of, little like keypad or something that we could like type into on it?
So the cryo tanks appear to be hooked up to some kind of portable power that is rigged on the side of the truck itself. Neither one of them seem to have any kind of like digital identifiers, like there's no computers or anything attached. So it does not appear as though there's any kind of computer interface to look at these guys' identity with.
Could I?
Sure.
I have.
Can I check the front of the truck, the cab, to see if there's a shipping manifest?
Ooh. Conceal reveal, please. Oh no. So you look up and down the front of the truck. The cab doesn't appear to be like standard. Like this has been definitely there's been some modifications. So the usual hidey holes and things that you're familiar with in things like this, none of them are really there. So it's tricky. So yeah, you don't come up with anything. That doesn't, of course, preclude anyone else from trying.
Yeah, well, I figure by that time I would have rotated at least enough to be disguised as the actual muscle, not the driver.
Right.
And kind of getting into the passenger seat. So I'd look around if I saw him shooting around checking things.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a conceal reveal object.
Let's see. I don't have much hope, but let's send it.
So, you are a little baffled by how Celsius missed this. But there's a small latch not terribly far from where it normally would be. It just seems to be that instead of your typical glove compartment, which opens straight down, this one's kind of embedded in that center column that things normally sit in. And it seems a little smaller than your average one. Almost like it was designed as like a smuggling bay of some kind. So you open that up, and inside you find a couple of food sticks and a small memory chip.
Well, I'm gonna start eating one of the food sticks, and I'm going to hold the memory chip up to our net.
Alright, finally something I can use.
Go ahead and roll me
Alright, let's see what's on this.
electronic security tech to breach security on this thing.
View Timus.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Finally, something you can use.
Yep.
You love to see it.
You love to see it. All right. So the encryption on this thing is pretty heavy. That said, it's child's play for you to break it. But there's more of it than you would have expected on a typical shipping manifest, which does, in a weird way, give you hope that you might be actually barking up the right tree. It's not just a goose chase. So what you have on the manifest here are monthly rations for prisoners, and then like a series of what appear to be almost like serial numbers. And then the other thing it mentions is 2 potential test subjects for phase 3.
2 potential subjects for phase 3. And like I'm saying this all out loud. These are, yeah, they're alive, I think. They're meant for phase 3, and yeah, those are rations. How big is the Continental Brands box?
It's gotta estimate real quick.
Could you fit 2 bodies in there?
Probably. Let me hold up. I'm gonna stand up for a sec because I'm like doing some dimensions in my own mind. Yeah, so it's probably about 4 feet cube. So it'd be a little bit of a tight fit, but the 2 of you could get into it and fit if you empty it of all the rations.
All right.
I mean, that works for me. I guess we're just gonna leave these things on the road. I'll probably like grab a bag of the pizza kibble and just sort of huddle with it until we get there.
Yeah, and see, the weird thing too is when you open these, you're used to seeing kibble packets on your local bodega shelves, and like they're covered in marketing and all kinds of like fun, colorful graphics, and like clearly someone took the time and care. These are like that very sterile, like if you've ever had like I know some places, like if you ever seen what an MRE's contents look like, and they're just very plain like foil or plastic and then like black text just saying like, this is what it is, here's what's in it, that's it. It's like the second option there. It's like just the foil packet that you'd expect kibble in without any like label or wrap or anything like that, just like black text on the silver foil just letting you know like, this is pizza flavored kibble, here are the ingredients, done. Like, that is it.
One other thing that I do want to check before we take off, I want to take note of, I want to like search them for wallets or IDs or whatever and find the name of the actual bodyguard and driver, just in case they ask, you know, what happened to so-and-so who we were expecting. Oh yeah, whoever's name called in sick, you know, that way we actually seem like we belong.
Totally. So the bodyguard's name is a guy by the name of Devin Abrams, and then the driver's name was Cameron Al-Said.
Cameron, and then so if they ask about the driver, I'd note him as Cameron because he's not my boss. And
right.
Mr. Abrams would be the guy that I'm filling in for because he called it.
Yep. Those are the guys.
Yeah. And I say, well, I'm getting in the box.
I'm getting in the box. All right.
I'm already sitting like cross-legged in there, like halfway through a bag of kibble. I haven't eaten anything in like a fucking minute, so
Yeah. Looks like it's gonna be a hungry job.
Make some room there, so.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I'm going to reload my shotgun as I go to hop in, or I've been sitting in there for a minute now, and make sure that Sam is tucked like snugly between my feet so that I can kind of, like if you were riding shotgun and you're like looking through your bag of food, you might hold your drink between your feet.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm doing with Sam, so he doesn't jostle around or jump up at anything.
Totally, yeah. I mean, you can just keep him in standby as well for now, and he won't do anything. So that's the nice thing about a drone dog is they are very obedient. They listen to every command, without question. So you kind of pile in. Everyone gets in the truck. The back is re-shuttered. And I'm assuming you're just going to kind of like very gently place the combo lock back on just so it's not too suspicious.
Well, before I do, I hand Matchlight the lock I actually picked and said, just use this one. Don't use the shot one. And just keep it unlocked, but just put the latch through, just so it's easy for. We don't want to accidentally get locked in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you and Celsius just kind of sit there in the darkness for what feels probably a bit longer than the actual time. Reality, you guys ambushed this thing maybe 10 minutes from its final destination. So you guys pile in. Matchlight, what is your driveline vehicle base?
Insanely high.
How much?
Oh, 9.
9. Okay. So go ahead and roll me that driveline vehicle check for me then, since you're the driver. Cool. All right, you beat a DV10. That's all that's necessary. So you get rolling. Things, are pretty smooth. You're kind of not used to driving, especially not larger trucks and things like that. So like for a sec there, you have to like kind of get your bearings, but like after a little bit, you're like, oh yeah, it's like anything else, just much heavier and full of a bunch of people that are probably going to kill an entire facility if we have our way before the night's over. So you guys pull the truck the 10 minutes down the road. So you come up upon this large, what would normally be like a 4-story-ish tall building that is just a giant warehouse. No clear logos on the side of it. And there is, as was described and probably even photographed by Xavier and the people that he sent to case the joint, you pull up to this large chain link gate at the front of the facility, and you see one of the security guards that's on duty walk out of the shack near the front, and he just says, all right, can I see the manifest?
Yeah, I got it right here. And then I'll hand him what was given to me.
Yep.
Or do I? Yeah, perfect.
It's just a memory chip. Yeah, so you hand it to him. He slots it into an agent. Says, I don't think I've seen your face before. New guy?
You got it. How am I doing?
I mean, so far as you don't ask any more stupid questions, you're doing great. Should be heading to Dock 3 back there. And you can tell this guy just like bored out of his mind. Like he's not looking at you too closely or anything like that. You get the sense like it's going pretty well.
Yep.
So you guys, it slots the shard in. Everything looks good. The gate rattles open. He lets you drive right in.
Nice. So we'll go towards Dock 3.
Yep. And so you go to Dock 3. And you see two other, they don't look like guards. They look more like workers from within the facility. They appear to be wearing some kind of like, you're not sure if it's like a lab coat or what, but they appear to be wearing some kind of uniform. And this is the first time outside the logo on the side of the truck that you actually see the Ziggurat logo anywhere. And you just kind of back the thing in. Roll me one more drive lane vehicle check.
Sure, man. Drive land
If he has to
vehicle.
back in, can I hop out and guide him in? If he's... Oh, no,
Yeah.
he got that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, he immediately like you glided in. It's like you said, just like riding a bike, super easy.
Oh yeah, baby.
So you just back it right up against the dock, and the door is basically attached to the building now, and you hear over the radio, which has been left on the dash here. Yep, we've got solid contact. Feel free to uncouple the front when you're ready. We'll take it from here.
Bird. And I will get out and uncouple the front. While I'm doing so, can I discreetly use comms?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got radio comms, I think, so.
Nice. So I'll just kind of whisper under my breath, like, I'm detaching you from the truck now. I'm guessing they're going to start unloading the cargo, which is you. So, and then I look around, are we in like a pretty open area here at this point?
Yeah, you're within the fence line. And this appears to just be like a loading area. So there's like a couple of dumpsters nearby, along with, several other box backs, like the trailer backs to these trucks.
Yeah.
It appears that, like the empties are driven away after the transport's done.
Wait, I've got an idea. So, would it be possible, because I don't know exactly how this trailer thing is attached to this truck, could I use my Sigma frame strength to try and bend the mechanism so that it's quote-unquote malfunctioning and we can't pull the truck away, so we end up becoming just stranded?
I love the way you guys think sometimes, because that's something I never would have considered. That's a great fucking idea.
I mean, I was just asked to use the goddamn bathroom so you can stick around, but yeah, that works too.
Yeah, hey, roll me an athletics check.
Yeah, because this way they won't be expecting us at the front gate anymore.
Yeah, your body absolutely lets you. It's just a matter of the angles you have access to, whether you can apply it efficiently. That is definitely good enough. So yeah, you just kind of yank at something that looks like it would probably make pushing out. Because what this thing is basically, it's got like a ball joint underneath like a shorter bed, essentially, where this thing would rest on. And there is a point here where you can extend some legs down to support it while just sitting there, freestanding. So you just bend those to make it so that you can't really deploy the leg that would support this. And so you see this as well, Matchlight. And you're the one who's trying to deploy this thing. It's just not going now that Rook's fucked with it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn and look at him. Sorry, boss, truck's broke. Looks like we can't go anywhere now.
The Matchlight, what do you want to do with that?
I want to rewind 15 seconds and hear what was said. Apologies, I was downstairs real quick.
So, Rook bent part of the mechanism that would support the trailer without the truck there, in order to sabotage it subtly so that you guys didn't have to go anywhere. Because now you can't take the truck without leaving, or without this thing basically falling off. So he's bent it to buy you guys some time. So, and you notice that, wow, this really isn't deploying now. The leg that would support this thing on its own is just not able to come out.
Yeah, the idea is to call it in so that they won't be expecting our truck to go back out the front gate. We're just kind of stranded.
Okay, gotcha.
And Diamond's like, the landing gear fucked? I hate that. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about and fucking up.
So
while
basically, good.
I was just gonna say, while all that's happening, and hearing that we have that opportunity get made. Can I check for access points?
So you do need visual contact to actually connect. But yeah, you can roll
Okay.
and see if your scanner can find anything.
Yeah, I just want to know like the general like kind of direction.
Totally. Yeah, roll me scanner. Okay. There are several that are just a short distance in from the dock inside the facility.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, obviously you can't tell what they are without visual contact. So, but
Yeah,
you are
I'll
getting
just radio.
returns. Yeah.
I'll just radio. Okay, we're close to the access point. I just need out of this fucking crate.
Yeah.
No,
and,
no offense, though.
And so you hear over the radio match light. Is the landing gear deployed on this thing yet? We're waiting on
No,
you
we're
guys.
having an issue. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. We're having an issue. I got my mechanic working on it right now. Basically, the kink in our little connector here. You know how it is. It's doing the thing again. So I'm gonna undo the thing, and then we'll be good to go. Just give me, 2, 3. I know. I'm wasting our time a little bit, and we have a tight ship.
Yeah,
So just give me a second.
Yeah. How long?
Let's see. I'm thinking what, and I pretend to look over at my mechanic, quote, which is Rook. 3 minutes will do it.
I try and shout just loud enough so that I know that he can hear it kind of faded over the other end of the fucking thing. I don't know, boss. It's completely fucked. I'm gonna need at least 5 or 10 to bend this thing back into shape.
Uh,
Alright, give us 10 to be safe. I'll call him over.
Can we at least unload the thing while you got this being worked on? Is that okay?
No can do. We have strict orders that we need to get this truck out ASAP, and until I can deploy the landing, we're not going to be able to do both at the same time.
Fuck. Okay, fine. We'll go get lunch or something while you guys figure this fucking thing out. Just radio back when it's ready.
10-minute lunch is a luxury on these parts, so enjoy it.
Yeah. So, yeah, you hear just outside the door and therefore the crate, you hear the walking away of the feet of these people, and you've just left everything pretty much unlocked, right? Yeah, okay.
That's what it sounded like we did, yeah.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So you go, so you two are pretty much able to just get out if you want, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, I'll open up the back doors and climb in once we're left alone.
Coast is clear?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's get to work.
All right. So at this point, you guys, so I'm going to mute the music here for a sec, because I think this is the note we're going to end on for the week. So we're recording it. So you guys get out of your box in the back of the truck here, and the 4 of you look into this open loading dock. And what you see inside here is relatively limited, but already a few things are very obvious. One, this is absolutely not, it's not a testing facility like you might have expected. You don't notice a lot of things in here that would be like specialized lab equipment. However, the one thing you are noticing is row on row in this warehouse of what appear to be the same cryo chambers that you have 2 of in the back of the truck here.
Oh, cool.
And they seem to be stretching up for the 3 or 4 stories that occupy one whole wall of the building. And at the top of that wall, you see a sign that simply says, failed. And with that, we come to the end of this week's little episode.
I love ending the sessions on horrors beyond my imagination.
It's my favorite thing to end on. So,
Yes.
so with that, guys, IP wise today, honestly, I'm gonna award everyone. I think 60 IP is fair because you guys have already solved the problems in several very novel ways, and like, I don't think any of you have been injured yet, which is incredible. Honestly, it was just your driver that took flack, and even him, you got him help like right away. So
Yeah, as soon as it came to my turn where I had the opportunity, it was like, I need him out of the driver's seat because our driver's going to die in like one fucking hit and he's not trying to weave at all.
right, yeah. I mean, to be fair, you try getting your leg shot off and think straight. But yeah,
Cool.
But yeah, with that, that's it, guys. So, Twitch, I'll be back here in a sec with anyone else that wants to join for our after game chat. YouTube, if you aren't watching on Twitch, you should come by. We are here 7:30 p.m. Pacific time every Monday night. Next Monday, we may or may not do Neon Inferno. I've yet to decide that, especially given where we are now. Not having Cody here it'd be weird, I think, given that this is the phase we're on. So we might find something else fun and interesting to do next week. But it also will be the start of my subathon. So we'll talk. There will be an announcement in my Discord server. So if you're watching this after the fact, you'll probably know. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, come by and watch live. You get to hang out with us after the stream is done. But I hope all of you have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay healthy, stay safe, and until next time, YouTube, we'll see you guys very soon. Peace.